How good is the track looking as well? Believe it or not, we are at the Value Cars Wellington Speedway. I walked in here over the hill as you come in, and I saw this red track. I almost thought, oh, is that Bay Park?
I thought exactly the same. I thought, what is going on? We've come in the wrong gate. It is in mint condition. We've had a little bit of water going around on it. There was a bit of sun this afternoon, so we might talk about the evolution of the track later on with one of the drivers, but at the minute, we're good to go. It's looking good.
I thought you were going to pull your bit of a Graham Standring impersonation, get down there, you got your screwdriver, and give us a bit of track talk later.
Mate, I've got no gloves on. I can't be getting down on my hands and knees on the track, Stu.
Spoken like a true real estate agent, right? Hey, we're here tonight for the Capital Pools and Spas stock car knockout. To start with, let's go through that. We've got 30 odd pairs out there, or just on 30 pairs out there. It's have you ever seen this format before, Bianca?
To be fair, Stu, I haven't, and I'm really, really fizzing to go because, of course, it's like a little mini teens chance. We're going to have a runner and we're going to have a blocker, and I'm really excited about that because that's going to bring both drivers' skill base out, and we're going to see whether or not they're going to change through the races and see what part they're going to play in the races. So that's going to be really interesting. Yeah,
so I'll quickly run through the format for everyone at home on the live stream. Welcome on, and whether you're around the world, and to those that are in the crowd at the track that have not heard about the stock car format beforehand. Started off actually as individuals. It ran, I think it was 4 or 5 years as individual drivers, and then it wouldn't say it got boring, but as over time things get stale and they need refreshing, so we made it pairs. And basically you've got tonight for the quarterfinals, there's 4 quarterfinals. You're going to have 8 pairs in each of those quarterfinals, 7 or 8 depending on which quarterfinal, because there's not enough to have even numbers and everything. They're going to actually start off with, though, we're going to have 30 cars out here in race 1, one from each pair. Going to have 30 cars out there in race 2, the second of each pair. They're going to race each other, and they're going to score points, 30 down to 1 from 1st to 30th. They're going to combine their points together, put them in order of overall points. That'll give us our seedings. Then we'll get the likes of the quarterfinals. We'll go pair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we fill everything up. We're going to, like I say, 7 or 8 pairs in the first 2 quarterfinals. They're going to do, I think, 8 lap races from memory. I haven't checked the program, sorry. So I think they're 8 lap races for the knockouts. They're going to have the first 2 cars that cross the line in that quarterfinal, them and their pair are going to advance to the semi-final. So if you've got 7 pairs, 5 pairs, they're going to get knocked out straight away in the first round. They do get to come back later for an all-in, but they're out in the first round. And if you finish first and second, the car that comes third, so if your pair finishes first and second, the car that comes third, because they're effectively the second pair, they actually qualify as well. So you do want a runner and a blocker. That's the whole objective, is because you're going to have one guy taking cars out while you scoot on through and take the checkered flag. The semi-finals, you'll have 4 pairs. Again, first 2 cars cross the line, or first 2 pairs cross the line, advance to the final, 4 pairs, winner take all. It's going to be massive.
That's, look, you confused me and you lost me about 15 sentences ago, but I've got the gist of it, okay, I've got the gist of it. So, if we were to pick a favourite pair, who've got your eye on? Oh yeah, that's a big loaded question.
Yeah, that is. I tell you what, there's a lot of exciting pairings out there. One man who has done exceptionally well at this event over the last few years is Brendan Ty, 669. He's actually podiumed on this event, I think it's 4 times. He's won it before. He and Paul Gaskin actually won it 2 seasons ago without even doing the seeding race. The seeding race, the green flag had dropped. Those 2, they were parked out in the WOP somewhere. They actually were still driving up to the pit gate as the race started. They didn't even get seeded, so they came in as the 30th seed, and they went through, won every single race and won the whole event. So Brendan Ty is vastly experienced with this. He's got a partner, Matt Webb from Palmy, so the 2 Palmy boys together. They did pair together last year, and I think a bit of mechanical issue came into it. They could be good to watch. Sheldon Arapetti's here, 2NZ stock car. He's running tonight out of the Renault Huia stables, but it's great to have Sheldy here. He's running 9W, which is just an awesome number. How ironic that car's got 9W, and that number is just massive in the Arapetti family. Of course, Tama.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen Sheldon before, and it was so sad to see him step away from the Superstock. So when I seen him before, and I mean, everybody loves Sheldon, right? So yeah, to see him in a 9W car, I think has a lot of heart for him. So he'll be doing this for Dad for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We've got Tyler Walker. He's doing double duties tonight. So Tyler's actually paired up with his stablemate, Caleb Coxhead, who stepped out of mini stocks this year. And it's probably about time Caleb stepped out because he was getting sent to the referee's box a wee bit. So hopefully maybe we might see Caleb on the pole line and actually hitting and being allowed to do it. But there are so many pairings, Bianca, and it's all about, I think the quarterfinal's going to be a bit of luck, and then the skill's really going to set in once the semi-finals come into play.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's be fair, with the class that we have and the skill of the drivers that we have, there's luck going to be and play a huge factor, not only in the stock cars but the super stocks as well. So I'm buzzing to see the super stocks. As we know, I'm a bit biased with a couple of drivers, but being at the Wellington track, we can't discount Dale Robinson, Paul Fairbrother of course, and Josh Prentice. This is his old home track. Might have a bit of a point to prove, I don't know, but he goes good at any track. And Tyler Walker, my fave, come on, he's come down a long way. We've got to wish him luck, yeah? Yeah,
definitely. So we're talking about now the Friday home Superstock Shootout and how that runs. We've got near 40 odd cars out there. Because we can't run that many on the track at once. So they split them into 4 groups, and we're going to run 3 out of those 4 groups on the track in each race over 4 races. So they all get to do 3 heats. We're going to take the top 10 cars overall on points, and we're going to invert them, which is basically flip them around. Yep. Then we're going to bring them out, the very last event program. So make sure you're sticking around right to the end, where it gets super fun, yep. And we get to hand out $10,000 at the end of it to the winner. Yep. Top 10, as I say, invert them. Yep. You'll have 10th versus 9th, 3-lap runoff. Yep. The winner goes on to race 8th, the winner goes on to race 7th, so forth, till we get down to whoever it is. It may not even be the 2nd place overall qualifier. It may be 5th place, makes it all the way through to race whoever it is that's finished top overall on points. They get to sit there nervous, watch 8 other runoffs, knowing that they effectively are in the box seat for $10,000.
No pressure, eh?
Exactly.
No pressure.
No pressure. They come on, we're going to have 2 cars, do 3 laps, and we are going to give away $10,000 to the car that crosses the line first.
Yeah, and what surprises me the most is last year William Humphrey's taken it away. Not here tonight. What a shame, because it would have been good to see him try to defend that.
Well, last year was quite funny. Aaron Musgrove, president, said to me, he said, look, Stewie, whoever wins it, haul them out of that car, get them excited. And we sprayed the confetti cannons and everything. And of course, William's a good mate of mine. We've got the HSP going on here. I couldn't get him excited. It's hard work actually to get William excited. And I told him, climb up like a sprint car, wave to the crowd. He did, and he was just said to me when he got down in, Aaron, did I actually just win $10,000?
And William Humphreys is quite reserved as well, so it would have taken him a little bit for that to actually sink in. But I believe his last race was against Asher, and that was definitely a hard one because Asher was actually a shoo-in to win, and then William Humphreys just come out of nowhere, took him out, up the wall, and won the 10. So I can totally understand the shock. 10 grand, one race is a good amount of money, and of course that came off a massive role in Rotorua. So to see him even come down here and actually qualify for the top 10, I mean he did very well. I'm really surprised he's not here.
Yeah, I think Vanessa was happy too because it paid for the wedding that they not long had. So congratulations, guys. But yeah, exactly right. So I think from last year's top 10, Asher's not here. William Humphreys isn't here. Unfortunately, William's got a tow vehicle issue. I think he literally drove the Superstock from the workshop to Palmy tonight on the road. I think that's how he got there, to be fair. He's got no... Yeah, the Superstock. He drove the Superstock on the road. I'm pretty sure that's how he got there. He's got no tow vehicle, so he couldn't get down. Ethan Rees, Peter Rees, the Levine boys are here tonight, though. Dale Robertson's here tonight, so the Wellington contingency is in full force out there. But then we've got some new names that weren't here last year. Jason Long, Tyler Walker, Quinn Ryan. Quinn Ryan was superbly fast at Western Springs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Quinn and Mitch Vickery. Mitch Vickery, something has just clicked in his car this year, and he is on fire. I was talking to him earlier on in the evening. He said, "Oh yeah, we'll see how we go." I'm like, "Come on, Mitch, mate, take it." So Mitch Vickery definitely one to watch. He goes good at any track as well.
The Garage 16 boys asked me my thoughts on it tonight, and I says, look, it's sad not to have the likes of the Reeses here, William, a few of the others, the Myers and that, not here. But it feels like from last year's group of drivers. We've got a whole different bunch of drivers that are just as good, taking nothing away from last year's drivers, but they are just as brutal, they are just as tactical, and that's what tonight is all about. It's across both the Superstock and the stock car class, especially for the Superstocks once you get into the runoffs anyway. It's tactical all night, and there's going to be a lot of blocking, there's going to be a lot of takeouts. I feel like we're going to get 1 or 2 rollovers in these runoffs in the Superstocks. It's just building up to be one of the best nights that we've had in a long time here in Wellington.
I'm actually hoping for some rollovers. That's what we came here for, eh? But to be fair, we also have teams in 3 weeks, so it could also be a matter of these really big name drivers just wanting to protect their bodies and their cars, so they're good for 3 weeks. Because let's face it, that's the ultimate race for them of the year. If you have to sacrifice something, this is definitely going to have to be the sacrifice. Like I say, very sad, but totally understandable on the flip side.
Come on, Bianca.
I'm trying
Did
to
you-
be diplomatic.
Did you really just tell me that if you were going to race Team Champs in 3 weeks' time, you're going to turn down $10,000 tonight?
Well, I mean, if you said you're going to put your car and your body on the line, absolutely, because there's such a slim chance of winning it. Let's be fair, everyone's kind of on the same level. The odds aren't good. The odds are stacked against everybody. Let's be fair. Come on, Stu.
I was trying to have a really positive talk, Bianca. You're right though. But 3 weeks though, it's still a long time.
Yeah.
It's still a long time, and touch wood, no injuries tonight. There is only, I think, 7. Well, I mean, if we got 21 days tonight, you're still probably going to be sweet for Team Champs, to be fair.
Well, let's not forget to factor in the COVID factor as well. And it's something that we don't want to talk about. We don't want to make everything about the COVID. But again, if you were to catch it here, there's a big risk that you could put your crew at risk for 3 weeks, because that is a short period of time. So as much as I didn't want to bring up the COVID, that's a reality that we're living in, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why we lost Randall Tarrant tonight too, unfortunately. So if Randy T, you're probably watching at home tonight, mate, just enjoy it. And we miss you seeing you here tipping over on the start-finish line a couple of years ago. He loved it. It's what it's part of.
And of course, we have to wish Randy T the biggest congratulations. He's recently been married. I've just been stalking your Instagram, Randy, and you guys look really smitten. Gorgeous photos. Well done. Congratulations.
Exactly. Well done, Randy. Hey, while we're sort of on that topic, I know we're venturing a little bit off Speedway here. We should say, and because we're at his home track, a massive congratulations to Keegan and Lexi on their engagement.
Oh, I didn't know.
He finally got down and popped the question to her on his birthday.
Oh, well done. Congratulations, guys. I didn't know that, so that's a nice surprise. Yeah, that's huge. Finally. How long have they been together? About overdue?
Well overdue. Hey guys, we are going racing, and girls and everyone else here, we are going racing in about 15 minutes time. We're going to get a grand parade, so we may be able to grab some drivers. We'll see how this microphone holds up with the range and everything, but otherwise, Bianca, let's enjoy the show tonight. It's going to be massive, and great to have the Pits TV here, great to be streaming around New Zealand and around the world on Flow. I just can't wait. I mean, I'm meant to be in Palmy, but I know there's going to be much better racing here tonight. Don't tell anyone I said that, though, to be fair.
No, we'll just keep that between us. Of course, it's a big night for Pits Media as well. This is the first proper stream out of the big new white van, and we're also streaming out of Big Rig down in Dunedin. So this is huge for us. We've come up, we've set up, we've been here all day. Everything's gone smoothly. So for those who are double streaming tonight, we hope you enjoy both streams. If you're just watching this one, sit down, relax, because it's gonna get good.
Last note, who's winning the 10 grand tonight?
I mean, maybe give you a top 5 once we've got the top 10. I'm going for, look, I'm biased, Tyler Walker. Tyler Walker's one to watch. Josh Prentice, he's the man. Everybody knows I'm biased with Josh, but I mean, in all honesty, he's got a good chance, right? This is his old home track, so he'll go good.
Yeah, be quiet, Bianca. I heard that in my headset. Look, if we're going to go for the Wellington boys, then we're going to go with someone like Keegan and a non-Wellington driver. I think Jason Long. I think he's got the car. I think he's got the physique to do it. The mental side of things to do it. He's tactical. He's very smart with his driving, and I think even if he makes it, say, qualifies 5th, and he has to work his way through some runoffs, he definitely has the capability to do it and the smarts to keep his car in one piece. Because, hang on, I know I said I'd wrap up, but we've actually should say to the crowd and to those watching, obviously the right side flat tyre is actually still in play tonight. So if in these runoffs you're in the lead and you get a right front or right rear flat, you have to pull off. So that's another big one. You've got to protect your tyres in these runoffs.
And that's where it comes down to a lot of luck, right? It's not all just about the skill, it's about the knowledge of protecting your car, putting it where it shouldn't be, putting it where it should be, and knowing where it shouldn't be as well. So being really aware of where your placement is on the track is probably actually going to win you the 10K tonight.
That's exactly it. Right, we'll wrap it up here. We'll watch a bit of Grand Parade. We might catch some drivers on their way in and out with the microphone if we get the right coverage. And otherwise, those out there in the crowd, those at home, enjoy watching us here on Pitch TV and enjoy it live here at the Value Motors Wellington Family Speedway.
I can feel the rumbling, mates, and I can hear the V8s. They're obviously lining up to come out on the track for the Drivers' Parade, which is this is the slowest you're ever going to see them go.
I'll tell you what, Colin, I like this name here.
What's that?
Not fast, just furious.
Oh, that's Shay Nicholson and Evan Cooper.
Yeah.
That's that. So that all these teams have got the pairs have actually got a name. So we've got Roasted Chicken Racing, we've got Upper Hut Titans, we've got Mud Dogs, and we've got cars on the track. Look how slippery this is. Oh boy, look at that, sideways.
It won't be slippery for long, mate. Well, that's an impressive looking car.
I know, 63.
Yeah.
Why's he got a ribbon on the back?
Why's it got a what?
A ribbon on the back. Come on, explain it. Quick, hurry up. No pressure.
Thank you very much.
I think that's Zion McCabe, isn't it? Ah, they're all flying the different colours. Obviously a different colour for the team. Would that be right?
We just had to do our coffee with, sorry.
There's a is this a team here?
List.
There's a peers list here.
Yeah, mate.
Look at this. The first team up the top, the large choppers.
The large choppers.
Yeah. Hey, how good's this though? Blake Allen
Yeah.
here at the Wellington Family Speedway. I went and saw him. He was chatting away with Kyle Taylor a little bit earlier in the trailer, and I went up and
Taylor in the trailer? Oh, I get it.
Yep. He shook when he shook Blake's hand, and I says it's great to see that I haven't had to travel halfway around the world to see you, because last time I saw Blake, we were pretty second-hand in the world final in England.
Oh, really?
So is this a driver's parade? Because they seem to be lining up, guys, for a race.
No parade. I was the parade earlier.
Yeah. We were very impressed, mate.
Thanks.
It was the way you strutted your stuff out there from the middle out to the Demon Energy Gate on the way out.
Is that what that noise was?
Yep.
Was it the cars, mate?
It was.
It
So we
was.
run through some of these groups, these pairings.
Please
So
do.
we've got-
Please
sitting
do.
Sitting on pole position, we've got 62W Darren Gray from the large choppers. He's paired up with Blake Allen. He'll be the next one. So the first one I read out is obviously on track. The next one, the second one is going to be out in the next race. From the big rigs, we've got 74W Corey Small. He's going to start off grid 2. From the Strawberry Patch, we've got on grid 3 9S Bryce Jensen, our former Young Gun captain from last year. On grid 4, it's the 11W Upper Hut Titans car of Ben Gray. We've got MBR, and that's I think McNabb Racing, McNabb Brothers Racing. 63P Zion McNabb. From the Stonford Motorsport, we've got 44W Devon Stonham, and his partner will be Mace Hickford. We've got Tap and Gap, and that's the 9W Sheldon Arapeti and Courtney Young from Rotorua, 96R Courtney Young. Sheldon's starting on grid 7 for this one. We go back to Tanks for Coming, that's right, a team of Tanks, 16P Wayne Burke off grid 8. We've got the Mud Dogs, 95W Stephen Samuel on grid 9. Off grid 10 will be the BSR car of Anthony Hocking. We've got, this is quite hard to read some of these names to be fair. Alba Watty, It's Cody Alabaster anyway in the 16V off grid 11.
Yep.
Never answers in grid 12 is 669P Brendan Ty. They are just doing a quick run over the ELS, so they're not actually racing, so we'll keep running through them. We've got 26W Neil Smith off grid 13 for Smadison Racing. And of course his partner now, I didn't say congratulations on the infield, Ashley Patterson, married to Josh over our wee break there. Nelson Street Motors, we've got the 17W Rory McGrath starting off grid 14. Shake and Bake is Brett Kelly, 46B, he's off grid 15. He finished third here last year. One Direction is in the checkered flag one. And that is our Aotearoa Ladies Crown champion, 14B, Gemma Holloway, will start from grid 16. From the Not Fast, Just Furious team, it's the 44R, Shay Nicholson on 17. Mooney Motorsport, Kaylin Mooney, 26V, will start from grid 18. We've got Axel's Army, which is the 13P, Lucas Hay off grid 19. From 20, Chase the Losers, Josh Humboldt, he finished up third here a couple of years ago with Regan O'Brien, and he's brought with him the current New Zealand champion, Ben Ellis, as his pairing. So we'll see Ben in the next race. Roast Chicken Racing, Josh O'Keefe, the 72W, 21, grid 21, and of course he is paired up with Goats. Would normally be the chickie there, Karina, but he's Goats in the car tonight. VS Motorsport, Blair Reeves is pairing up with Josh Wilson. Blair's going to start grid 22 in the 212 for this race. Off grid 23, it's Think Pink, and that's the 39P of Graham Munn, and of course Neil Coley, his pair there, 38P, is also pink, so you definitely cannot miss that team. We've got Beauty and the Beast, 4W, Lexi Hendricks is off grid 24, and well, her partner is the beauty of the team, and that is 69W K McDonald. Munchies Motorsport. Munchies Motorsport, we've got, what have we got? 33S Tyler Walker. 33S Tyler Walker on the Munchies Motorsport team will pair up with 55 Caleb Coxhead, but Tyler's going to start this one on grid 25. The Hopeless Hacks, we've got 19W Noel Bewley off grid 26, and he'll pair up with John O'Lewis, the 13, in the next race. Nut Out Racing, we've got Hayden Willoughby in the 42W off grid 27 for this one. We've got Mizlock Racing, Mizlock Mash Prince, Maizan Lee's, the 58V, will start from grid 28 for this one. He's paired up with Cody Lockett. And Controlled Chaos, Bailey Coleman in the 585. We just see them push to the infield. Bailey Coleman is going to pair up with Nigel Potter. Now we see the 585 being pushed to the infield. It's not too bad though, Colin, because
You reckon?
they still do qualify for the knockout races. It's just not going to help with their seeding, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. Well, already the track is starting to dry out after we'd graded it between this afternoon's racing and this evening's racing. And the water truck has been out there as well. It is starting to dry out now, so this track will come on real nice as we make our way through the evening. So obviously just a little bit of testing the ELS systems, the transponders on the car as they go across the loop. Now on the track, just right opposite the start-finish man there, the flag man, there is a loop in the track and it goes all the way from the outside to the inside of the track. And the cars actually trigger that with their transponder. So that's what they're doing, checking the transponders, also checking out the track, and I dare to say that they might actually be just doing a little bit of packing down as well. So it is a multi-part thing that they're doing out here with the cars going around the track at the moment. So this is the Capital Pools Stock Car Seed 1. cars coming off the track after they've done the check of the ELS and packed the track down a little bit. And Steve, just before you disappear, what do you think of this track, mate? What do you think it's looking like? It's dried out already with all these cars going over it.
Mate,
Yeah, you're on.
I'm on? Am I on?
Yeah.
That's right, I can't hear myself. Got no earphones.
No, you're turned on, mate.
This this track's looking primo. I tell you, we're going to get some fast lap times tonight. It shouldn't cut up too badly. Might not be a big need for water either. So it might get a bit dusty, but it'll be fine. Yeah, it will be fine.
Good stuff. Oh, well, thank you for that. Steve, who's actually raced around here, so he knows, and he's intimately in touch with the surface here. He was out here during the off-season, during Christmas, and he painted it a nice terracotta colour for us.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award-winning pre-owned dealership. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles and everything in between. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars.
So we have broken the wings on some of these cars, the fenders, with the amount of dirt or track that accumulates up underneath the mudguards, but doesn't seem to be happening tonight. I'm just having a close look as the number 8 goes around, Mike Denham. It's not packing up in the wheel wells like we have had in the past here. So, Stu, this is a pretty good looking surface, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's not slushy or boggy as such. It's just taking that surface, especially right down on the pole line.
Yep, it's quite wet down there.
Yeah, that's that surface. Sort of where Jevon's driving now.
In turn 2, yep.
And where Scott Hadley's just, hit
It's
the loud
dusty.
pedal, that's probably the superb race line right there.
Yeah. No, that wasn't dust, that was smoke. I thought he said everything was perfect.
Maybe he's like Stephen Taylor. If the car's not smoking, it's not working properly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Stephen Tayller's had a bit of a season, hasn't he?
He has. Hey, how has your little break been, Colin? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Oh, look, I've been keeping busy. There's certainly been plenty on, not here, but I managed to keep busy elsewhere.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
A lot of time gone into the voluntary radio station in the Hut City FM.
Yes.
So there's been a bit of development there, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I was here at the Speedway.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff.
that's
so
been good.
It's come along a bit quicker than you expected.
Yeah, that's right.
The one. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, good stuff.
So we've also got the four-wheel drive out there. You can see it's got the big tyres on the four-wheel drive. Value Motors, what is it? Toyota?
Yep. I think we've changed to Group 2 already. I feel like we have changed to Group 2. So the cars that came out before were Group 1. They've gone back in.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to have Group 2 start now. So my grids that I read are going to be the opposite cars to what I called out before. So I'll run through them for you, Colin. We've got 54B.
Are they not track packing?
No, they're lining up.
They're
ready to
lining
go.
up. They are, yes.
So we got 54B. We got Nigel Potter in the number. He's going to start off pole. We've got on grid 2, it'll be the 99V of Cody Lockett. From grid 3, the bright green car out there, that's 66W of Dave Spears for the Nut Out Racing team. Off grid 4 will be the 13W, Jono Lewis, and he's from the Hopeless Hacks. Then we go back to grid 5, and it's the 55S. Straight out of mini stocks into the stock cars from Team Munchies, as Caleb Cox said. We have got from grid 6, it's the beauty part of the team. It is Kane McDonald from Beauty and the Beast, 69W from grid 6. Think Pink, 38P, Neil Coley from grid 7. From the VS Motorsport pairing, it's the 35S. The former 3NZ Chiller, 35S, Josh Walsh off grid 8. We go back to Roast Chicken Racing, 33W, Goats Annan from grid 9. Chase the losses, 1NZ, Ben Ellis. Great to have the New Zealand stock car champion here, and he's going to start out of grid number 10 for this one. From Axel's Army, the 992 car of Taylor Lamp will start from grid 11. We go back to the Mooney Motorsport car from 18V. It's Haley James off grid 12. Not fast, just furious. 84W, Evan Cooper will start from grid 13. One Direction, 35p. Matt Phippen will start from grid 14. From Shane and Bake, it's going to be 85B. Willie Stevenson off grid 15. 99W, Tony McLaughlin will start from grid 16 from Nelson Motors Racing. From grid 17, Ashley Patterson, the 98W from Smadison Racing. 84p, Matt Webb will start off grid 18 for Never Answers. 124, Richard Waddy out of the street stocks into stock cars. He's starting from grid 19 for Alba Waddy. BSR 79p, Kyle Rowe from grid 20. From the Mud Dogs, 83W, Stephen Cooper from grid 21. Tanks for Coving will be the 11p of Brendan Rees on grid 22. Tap and Gap will be the 96R, Courtney Young from grid 23. From Stonford Motorsport, the 27W, Mace Hickford off grid 24. On the from MBR will be the 91p, Wade McNabb from grid 25. Upper Hutt Titans, 55W, Adam Baker will start from 26. From the Strawberry Patch, it is the 99S, Will Hughes off grid 27. Of the Big Rigs, 278p, Kyle Taylor will start from grid 28. And from the large choppers, the 998W, man, I'm quite excited to see back on track. Grid 29, Blake Allett.
So what a sight, what a sound. Here we go with the evening's racing here in part 2 of the 2021-2022 season. Amazing, isn't it, how we had that big gap and now we're able to go racing again. I am so pleased. And gee, I tell you what, that number 11's doing a bit of smoking, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Is that Brendan Rees?
There, the 11p.
11. That's
Brendan Rees.
one of the Reeses.
Yep. Not one of those Reeses.
Not one of those
Different
Reeses, just a Rees.
Just a Rees.
Yeah. Goodness me. What a field. So the ute is off. Ready to go racing. Here we go. Stock car action here at the Value Motors Speedway.
Yeah, Cody Lockett, the 99V, around the outside, gets into the lead. Kay McDonald, the 69, starting to push through. Josh Walsh in the 35 as well. Makes it. That 11P, as you mentioned, Brendan Rees, there's a fair bit of smoke pouring out the back of the tank there, Colin.
Yeah, he could be black flagged for that. That's not a good thing.
Oh, we got a few around. Taylor Lamp involved in that. Remember, these are just seeding races, so every team, every pairing still goes to the knockout.
Whoa!
But, oh, we got one in the wall. That's the 54B, Nigel Potter. Cody Lockett's checked out here, the 99V car. He is leading it. Kane McDonald looks to the inside of Potter, moves into second. Here comes Josh Walsh up the inside, the 35 out of Wanganui now. And Ben Ellis, the New Zealand champion, round the outside of the lot of them, moves into second. So after a couple of laps, we have Cody Lockett leading it from, it looks like now, we got one in the wall, stop there, that's the 13W, Jono Lewis. So Jono's parked in a very, a not good position at all, and they almost clipped him on the way through. I say we might go red in a moment.
He's not moving, that's for sure.
Not moving at all, and they got the squeeze. Ben Ellis lucky to avoid that car over the back straight. I'll run through them as they go through though for now. Cody Lockett leads the 99V from the 35V of Josh Walsh. Then we go back to, the 35S of Josh Walsh, the 1NZ Ben Ellis, 66 of Dave Spears, the 69 of Kane McDonald. Looks like Haley James has pulled through into the 5th spot ahead now of Kane McDonald. Matt Phippen working his way through the 35P. Caleb Coxhead now into 8th spot, and he gets tagged. Oh, is he going to go around? Not quite. Manages to hold it together there with Willie Stevenson, and this time the 13W gets collected. We said it was going to happen.
Yep.
That was by McNabb. He had nowhere to go, McNabb. The 91 now parked in a very obscure position.
Precarious, that's for sure.
83 to the infield. And we got the red now for the 91 car. Probably should have come on a lot earlier.
Oh, I think so,
but,
yeah. And then we would have avoided that contact that the 91 had with the other car that had already stopped. Got him started though, and he pulled to the inside.
Well, I think he just coasted to the inside, and he's probably trying to catch his breath there, Big Jono.
So that's Wade McNabb, isn't it, from Palmerston North over there against the wall in the grandstand straight. So you guys are getting a good view of what's happening over there. The safety crews are with him to make sure he's okay. So red flags, red lights here for the first time, and it won't be the last. I am absolutely positive here at the Value Motors Speedway. And Capital Pools and Spas bring us these great cars, great action here at the Speedway. First time for how many months, how many weeks, how many days, how many hours has it been? Too many that we've been away and waiting for the racing to start again here at the mighty track here at Timarua. Been a few things happening in the on the off time though, that the volunteers here have done a whole lot of things, and we've actually managed to get some grants too, and Pelorus Trust have actually been very good with granting us some money here, so everything that comes into the track doesn't go to the top, so there's no fat cats at the top of the Speedway committee here. It all goes into safety improvements, and we've had a new ambulance station put in the pits area. So we're just shuffling some cars around down here by the start-finish line. That's interesting. We're just waiting for the OK. Another one's been sent off there. Not sure what that's about, Stu, but some indiscretions, obviously.
So those watching the stream, this is seeding race 1. We're going to have seeding race 2 coming up. Just a memento.
Yeah, straight after this. 10-lap races, aren't they?
And I'll explain it again after
yes, please.
That seeding race. I probably make it sound confusing, but it's pretty easy. You'll get the gist of it.
I think as we go through the evening that it'll become clear what we see, because you can explain it, and then when we actually see it, it's like, yeah.
So our race leader, 99V, Cody Lockett, just getting moved back here.
We're doing a bit of a track inspection out here in turn 1. We just
so Stephen's out there, and that's where it looks like they're going to move Cody to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Cody leads at 99V from the 1NZ of Ben Ellis, 35S Josh Walsh. I called him 35V a bit earlier.
Oops.
We got fans, Colin.
Well, you had your photo taken. So, yeah, bit confusing.
5 laps through, we got 5 to go.
So this car down here in turn 1, 99V, is our race leader. Yep. So everybody can look now at where our leader is.
He's also on our screen on the stream.
Yep.
Dave Spears on the infield, Willie Stevenson on the infield, that's the 66 and 85 respectively.
So the Demon Energy Gate is what your landmark is for the leader of the race. Red lights are out, they'll go green, and they go.
Now. And Lockett, as I say, is your leader. Ben Ellis though, he's catching very quickly the 1NZ, as is Walsh. Then we got Haley James, Goats in. We go back to the 69W, Kane McDonald, and in behind him will be the 35, Matt Phippen. We got another one stopped, and that's Blake Allett down turn 3, the 998. He just rolled forward then, and here we go. Oh, he gets clipped now by Hickford. He's on the starter. Can't fire it up, the 998. Anyway, back to our race leader. It is still 99, Cody Lockett, ahead of the 35 of Josh Walsh this time, as the 84 clips the 998 this time.
So will they bring out a red for... Oh, they've gone into each other.
They're starting to feed cars into parked cars. This is not good at all.
No, it's not. There should be a red flag for this
99, one. Cody Lockett leading it from Josh Walsh to 35. The 1NZ of Ben Ellis. And we go back to Haley James, the 18. Oh, Ellis up the inside of Walsh. Out of turn 3. So Ellis back to second. Walsh ahead of his partner there, Haley James, in the 18V. Then we go back to the 99, Will Hughes. Yeah, Blake Allett, he gets clipped again. That's probably about the 4th or 5th time he's been hit while he's been parked there. Right in the middle of turn 3. We've got the white flag, 1 to go though. And that is for Cody Lockett. He's 99. Got Ben Ellis right in behind him. Can the New Zealand champion get up the inside of Lockett on the last bend? And we go red. Of all times to go red, it's right on the last bend.
Should have gone red a couple of laps ago, but there we go. We're not in control. We just talk about it. Sun has disappeared, starting to get a little bit cooler. Good racing action here. Late evening. Oh, sorry, early evening. We go into the late evening with the racing later on. So lots going on in the background here as Stu is looking at race formats and etc. And we watch the track in the meantime. I tell you what, it's looking like dead flies out in the middle of the track there, and there's quite a few of them out there. Red lights have gone out, they'll go green.
Yep, and across the line it is Cody Lockett just. So Cody Lockett wins it from Ben Ellis. Haley James crosses in third. Trying to spot, Josh Walsh, he pulled to the infield. So all he had to do was cross the line. If that red flag never came out, Walsh would have actually finished third, but it's Haley James that's picked up the third placing here. Last car to cross the line will be Kyle Taylor. Caleb Cox here it is on the infield.
So plenty of action here with the Capital Pools and Spas stock cars. No rollovers, mate. Not yet.
No, not yet. As I say, they definitely will be saving the cars for the knockout stages. But you know, with the amount on the infield, there's a fair bit of damage going on there. Will it be terminal damage, mechanic, you know, or they've copped a bit of a whack. I see Neil Coley, the 38, parked on the infield. He looks like he's dropped the left front. But it's going to be Cody Lockett that takes the win. The 99V car just held off 1NZ Ben Ellis to cross the line there at the end, take the win. Honestly couldn't believe how long they left the cars there.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
Anyway, moving on.
Give him a hand, folks. Wanganui car. Showing us how it's done here in Wellington.
Yeah, Cody Lockett takes the win from the 1NZ. Out of Kiki, Ben Ellis. We've got 18V, another Wanganui car, Haley James, part of the KB Cowgirls as well. She finished up in third.
Yeah, the 998 being pushed off the track there as well. Blake Yellett, as we focus on the Pits TV coverage of our winner going around the track, going around turn 3 now. Turn 4, just in the sun through turn 4 here as it sets, as the sun sinks slowly in the west here at the Value Cars Speedway.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Group. Well, we'll call this Group 2 now because
yeah, we might as well.
They are the second race now. So let's go through the grid here. Of pole position will be the 62W of Darren Gray. Next out the gate will be the 9S Bryce Jensen. Actually, I'll read them in proper order, not just as on the track, because I've realised the stream's showing them out the pit gate, so we don't want to confuse too many people. So it will be the 62 Darren Gray starting off pole. We've got the 74W Corey Small off grid 2. From grid 3, the 9S former young gun captain, 9S though now, out of Stratford, Bryce Jensen. Off grid 4, 11W Ben Gray. From 5, it's the 63P of Zion McNabb. Off 6, 44W Devon Stonham. There you go back to grid 7. This one is my favourite. He's my pick. 9W Sheldon Araperi.
Yep.
Grid 8 will go for the 16P Wayne Verco. Off grid 9, it's Lightning McQueen. 95W Stephen Samuel. Off grid 10, double duties tonight for this man as well. 47W Anthony Hocking. He's also racing a Superstock. Then we've got grid 11. It's the 16V Cody Alabaster. We got grid 12, 669P, another double duty driver is Brendan Ty.
Yes.
13, grid 13, 26W Neil Smith. Grid 14 is the 17W Rory McGrath. Grid 15, 46B Brett Kelly. We got grid 16 is our Aotearoa ladies champion herself. It's the 14B of Gemma Holloway. We got grid 17, the 44R Shane Nicholson. We got grid 18 for the 26V Kaylin Mooney. Also again, double duties with the Superstock tonight. Grid 19, the 13P Lucas Hay. Grid 20 is the 4H of Josh Humble, finished third here a couple of years ago. Grid 21, it's the 72W Josh O'Keefe. Grid 22 is the 212 Blair Reeves Smith. 23 is the 39P of Graham Munn. Grid 24 is the 4W Lexi Hendricks. We've got grid 25, it's 33S from the Munchie Motorsport team. It's Tyler Walker. Grid 26, the 19W Noel Bewley. Grid 27, 42W Hayden Willoughby. Grid 28, 58V Maizan Lees. And grid 29, right off the back, 585 Bailey Coleman.
So they're just coming into the back of the grid now. The Demon Energy gate is closed. Catch fence is up. And look at that lineup. Isn't that fantastic?
It looks good, eh?
It does look fantastic.
After this, we're going to combine the two pairings points together from race 1 and race 2. And we will get our seeding for the knockouts.
Beautiful conditions though.
Right, the Utes pulling off this time, and Stephen's gone all the way. We get the green. Darren Gray in the 62 gets a good run to the corner there, and he's pushed all the way by Bryce Jensen. Ben Gray on the outside. Look at Anthony Hocking, the 47W, starting to push his way through. Jensen gets into the lead. Gray hops into second. Oh, spun out in front of McNabb. That allows Aotearoa to go through. 9W Sheldon Aotearoa through into second. Brendan Ty into third. We got another couple around there. 44R down the back of the field. But it is Bryce Jensen, the 9S. Oh, 17's gone round as well. Rory McGrath. How ironic that the two cars leading, both former Wellington drivers, moved on to Stratford, and now they're back here racing in Wellington together. As Aotearoa just moves the 9W of Jensen out the way, takes the lead. Jensen into second. Ty sitting in third. We got Brett Kelly in fourth. McNabb gets pushed out, and Hocking looks to the inside. The 47W trying to find a way through into fifth place. Gets the job done. Hocking into fifth. McNabb jumps down to sixth. Wayne Verco having a good run in the 16P tank. Then we go back to Ben Gray, Kaylin Mooney, the 26V, 4H of Josh Humble. Maizan Lee's in the 58 from Wanganui as well. Tyler Walker starting to make his way through the field, the 33 from grid 25. He's moved up into the top 10. It's still the 9W, Sheldon Aotearoa out in front. Bryce Jensen, the 9S, looking up the high line as they go around the outside of old nut out Hayden Wilby in the 42.
This track's looking really good, Stu.
It's looking
racing.
superb. The surface holding up awesome as Ty trying to find a way past Wilby. It allows Kelly to go around the outside. We got one run here, and that's Tyler Walker, the 33 from Stratford. Spun out. He's going to go a lap down to Aotearoa and Jensen. Ty gains that third spot back. Kelly drops down to fourth again. Hocking holding on to fifth. Wayne Verco, the 16P tank, in sixth. Still Aotearoa well out in front. Jensen trying to tag along there. 7 laps down. 3 to go as McNabb's got a left front gone. He's limping away. Just keeping it high out the road there. 2 to go for Sheldon Aotearoa, the 9W, the race leader, coming into turn 2 in front of the grandstand there. He's got Bryce Jensen behind him. Brendan Ty, he's trying to fend off Brett Kelly, and Anthony Hocking's joining in on the party here in the battle for third. We're going to get the white flag. 1 to go. A big pile up here in turn 1 and 2. We got white flag though. 1 to go. Noel Bewley came out the best of that lot. Sheldon Aotearoa into turn 3. Tyler Walker's got Maizan Lee's up the wall, but it's going to be all a Sheldon Alapeti. Welcome back to Wellington, boy. Takes the win in the 9W.
And he goes off the track.
Yep, straight off, out of harm's way.
Yeah, good thing to do. Got to preserve the car for the rest of the evening.
9S, Bryce Jensen in second place. 46B of Brett Kelly. Comes home in third. We got Anthony Hocking in fourth.
So great action here with the Capital Pools and Spas in Wakatiki Street right here in Upper Hutt. Great sponsors of this great event. And there we go, there he comes with the checkered flag. Give him a big hand, folks. Give him a big clap. Well done. Beautifully presented car. Renee Huia sponsored car. Renee has been right behind the Speedway. She is the sponsor of the fireworks here every year as well as being a fantastic real estate agent. So her and the team do a great job, not only in real estate, but also here in sponsoring the track and the cars.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Love the sound of the Superstocks. Friday Homes bring us this great category and they put up $10,000 as first prize. That is unbelievable, not only unbelievable but unprecedented in Superstock racing. Imagine that, getting out there and seeing dollar signs. Ka-ching, ka-ching, could win 10 grand.
I mean, $10,000, I don't think that would probably run you a season in one of these cars still.
It's a help.
Well, it was definitely a big help. Yeah. And this time of the year, we are pretty much hitting the off-season. You know, we've still got team champs to go. There's a couple of big Easter meetings around the countryside, but 10 grand will definitely help towards the off-season bit of a refurb as well.
I've just seen the 147K Kihi car. That's fantastic to have them here.
Matt Nielsen's
Matt
here.
Nielsen, yeah.
So he's out in this race. Jaden Ward, the 971, and I'm not sure what grid he's filling in for, but he was meant to be in Palmy tonight, and he went, you know what, $10,000 is probably a lot better than a couple of hundred.
Let's go.
For maybe a win or something, if that's what you get these days. I don't even know.
No.
But 10 grand's definitely what you get for winning tonight.
That's for sure. And hello, we got somebody at the Demon Energy gate.
Yeah, that's Tyler Walker. So he's just finished his stock car race.
He's probably just still doing his belts up.
Yeah.
So that's why he stopped down there, and he's going to join the back of the field. So great shots from the Pitch TV crew, looking at the whole field from the camera, which is by the grandstand. Looking past the Friday Homes flags, just fluttering a little bit in the breeze. And thanks to Friday Homes for putting up 10 grand for the winner of this Superstock night. But the Utes pulling off. That's the Renee Hui Ute. Now what's going to happen with the Capital Pools Ute? Are they going to be able to pull off the track and let them go? Yes!
Revs are up. And the green drops. It's Paulie Fairbrother on pole. The 52W gets us through to turn one. Oh, Ron Ty's been pushed to the infield. He manages to get back on. Bryce Steiner squeezed into the wall by Matt Nielsen there as Mitch Vickery, the 3NZ, starting to push his way through. Out in front though, looks like Hamish Booker now moves to the lead. The 82 from Stratford goes to the lead. Then we've got Zane Riddick Back to Paul Fairbrother, just holding on to that second spot. Dale Robertson's getting in there. We got smoke coming out of the Pickard car. That's the 307. Josh Kahui's dropped to the rear of the field as well. But it will be Hamish Booker that leads us through turn 1 for lap 2. Brad McGee on the infield. Fairbrother sitting in second. Quinn Ryan now through. Oh, look, we got Mitch Vickery and Brendan Tye tangled together down the grandstand straight.
Whoa, that'll be fuel over a run, I'd guess. Out of the flames, out of the back of the car.
Quinn Ryan just tagged the wall coming out of turn 4. He's gone a bit wide into turn 1 and 2. Linklater's wings hanging off the back. On the 98 cars, Jaden Ward looks up the inside. But after 4 laps, it is Hamish Booker, the 82 from Stratford, leading it from the 52W, Paul Fairbrother. Then we go back to the 46B, Quinn Ryan, 89W, Dale Robertson. And rounding out the top 5 will be the 61 of Zane Riddick, Jason Long, Clive Elliott, Jaden Ward. We've got Josh Prentice and Keegan Levine, your top 10. Dale Robertson now puts the bumper into Quinn Ryan. Oh, Ryan's pulled to the infield. We've lost the 46B. One of the fast cars here tonight, he's pulled off. So still Hamish Booker leading it from Paul Fairbrother.
Fire.
Got a one up and fire. That's Max. Max Holloway's on fire. We saw this at Huntley Teams. And it just went up into flames. He's sitting on the infield.
He's walked away from it, left the fire crews to actually deal with the situation. They're on the scene really quickly.
Yeah, they've got to get the fire extinguisher going though.
Yeah, that's all right. It just takes a while to wind those fire extinguishers up, that's for sure.
Into it. Wow, that just great to see Max Holloway out of the car.
Yeah.
Woo. But
there was no panic. He was getting out as quickly as he could,
well,
and he just walked away.
He sort of might have sensed something coming. He's sitting on the infield. A couple of laps there, to be fair.
Oh, he only pulled to that position just just before the fire. So was he on the infield before that?
No, he was actually there for probably a lap or two, to be fair.
So the fire's out there. Well done,
Brad
the
McGee
safety crew.
had a heck of a view sitting there, the 96 car.
There's a few cars on the infield, that's for sure.
But see, it actually done that at Huntley this season or some point this season, yeah, with the teams, and he had to get out pretty quick. So I don't know, it could be maybe same part that failed. I might shoot down and check with Max, but
yeah, be a good idea to do that if you can. So yeah, we've got a whole lot of dead cars out there. There's the driver by the Capital Pools and Spas ute. Just watching, he's got his helmet off. Watching his car, which is now turned white because of the fire extinguisher foam all over it. So the question is what are they going to do with that car? Will they leave it there? Or will they move it further off the track, or will they actually try and get it off the track? Smoke's still hanging around here, so that's evidence that there's not a lot of breeze here at the Value Motors Speedway. Right, all clear. Green.
And now we get the green. 4 laps to go, make it 3 to go now. So 3 laps to go, and Hamish Booker, the 82, out of Stratford, out of turn 2, is your race leader. 52W, Paul Fairbrother sitting in second. Then we go back to 2NZ. Jason Long up into 3rd spot is Jason Long. Be Dale Robertson sitting in 4th. And looks like Zane Riddick still holding on to 5th. Keegan Levine 6th, Prentice 7th, Nielsen 8th, Walker 9th, Elliott your top 10. White flag, 1 to go. Hamish Booker leads the race. Paulie Fairbrother a bit wide. Jason Long can't quite get underneath. Dale Robertson sitting there still in 4th. Oh, Elliott goes sideways. Only drops 1 spot. And it'll be Hamish Booker. Takes the win, the 82 from Stratford. Paulie Fairbrother in 2nd. Jason Long in 3rd.
And The 98V has lost his wing. He lost it earlier on in the race. And it's still hanging on in there. But only just. I think there'll be a bit of a repair to go on there before they come back out onto the track again. So the great sound, the great sights of the Superstocks. Brought to you by Friday Homes. A bit more water going into the track here, which is, yeah, it is starting to dry a little bit. So we're just going to put a bit of water on, and it looks like there might be some debris in turn 2. I can see some shiny stuff up against the wall. Not sure if that's part of a car or quite what it is down there, or whether it's harmless. So hopefully the safety crew may have spotted it. Not sure. Give them a hand, folks. There's Hamish Booker from Stratford. Real well, I was going to say international, but it's a real national event here at the Value Motors Speedway at Timarua, with most tracks around the country being represented here. And good to see a Stratford car out there with the checkered flag.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
And great sponsors, and here at the commentary position, we're right behind the Panhead sign, which is in turn 1. And these guys, when they go out, they don't know which way they're going to be going, and it turns out they're going the correct way. But at least one of the races they'll have tonight, they will actually be going the other way. So we look forward to them going if you like, the traditional way. Panhead Custom Ales Street Stops, and what a place the Panhead is these days. And I saw for the first time the other night coming down Gibbon Street, I could see straight ahead of me, I could see the chimney at the Panhead facility with the big sign on it, which was good to see. It's a great venue over there. So these guys, budget racing, but they go for it just like any of the other professionals as well. So it's the 34 who's in the lead. 52 going to go down the inside here. So Aidan Hume, Dylan Perinoa and Ladd are the leaders. Got one off the track already. Just kind of get back on again. Going through the dust left over from the fire extinguishers, the 84. So Rusty Franklin looks like he's gone into the lead. So there's a mixture of cars in here. A lot of the successful ones are actually station wagons, but we've gone red. And that will possibly be because of the car in turn 4, I'm guessing. But the ute is actually making its way over to the start-finish line. It might be... Let's see if somebody gets out of that ute and see what they're actually doing over there at the moment. Checking for debris perhaps. Back off the track again goes the Capital Pools Ute. So the light's still red. I think whatever it is, we've got 4 abreast coming onto the start-finish line. This is going to be, you reckon it's going to be incident-free, this? Let's wait and see. Just remember, we don't allow live streaming from here. The live streaming is being done from Pits TV. No live streaming, please. We know where you are, so it'll be a matter of time before we come and tap on your shoulder and say no more live streaming, please. So good to see Sheepy back in the 9W. Aaron Wilton in the purple. It looks like he's just freshly painted that because it looks almost pristine. Few dents in it which will polish out by the end of the night. Dylan Perinoa, 52's back in the, oh, well, he was back in the lead. It looks like Rusty Franklin's gone into the lead again. These two are swapping positions all the way through. So how many laps have we gone here? We've gone 5. All the leaders have done 5 as they come across the line. And still it is Rusty Franklin in the lead, Dylan Perimoa. Jason Dunn in the 10S, and then the 9W of Sheepy Wilton in the 9W. So he's doing well. Those station wagons go particularly well. The Falcons are pretty quick, and especially in the hands of Aaron Wilton. And the 34 is going pretty good as well in the other station wagon that's out there. And Aaron Wilton's purple machine, the wheels look fantastic. And I think he spent a bit of time actually doing those up, so he gets a bit upset if somebody hits his wheels because it's going to take off the great work that they've done on those wheels. 7 gone. Rusty Franklin in the lead. And then Dylan Perinoa, Jason Dunn. And 7 gone. And we've got a car facing the wrong way in turn 1. 82. Back on track. Gee, a lot of steam here as he goes off the track. Probably can't see where the hell he's going. Hopefully he stops before the tow truck. That's an overheat. So, white flag will come out this time for Adrian Hume in the 34. So Adrian in the 34, 52W, Dylan Perimoa. Jason Dunn is now 3rd. And Aaron Wilton in the purple station wagon is in 4th. So the white flag is out for the field. The checkered will come out for Adrian Hume. Can't see down the end of the track there. I think he's still okay, still on track. Yes, he is. As he comes through turn 1 and 2 in the street stocks, brought to you by Panhead. So that's race number 4 on the program. There's still lots to go tonight, lots of action to come up. And next it's going to be the A&K Plumbing Saloons. A&K, and they've just had a little baby, so it's the name begins with A. Can't remember what it was. Aaron, was it? Can't remember. Anyway, it's A&K Plumbing. So it'll be A&K and A Plumbing Saloons coming up in race number 5 next. Don't forget to give our number 34 a hand as he comes around with the flag.
If you're planning on jumping into a new vehicle, talk to the good sports at Stadium Finance. Whether you're looking to buy privately or through a dealer, they can help you out, and with better rates. So race online to stadiumfinance.co.nz for faster finance at better rates.
And always a great sight and a great sound from the Saloons, brought to you by A&K Plumbing. And by the looks of it, we've got we had 11 entered for this, but we'll see if all 11 come out. Got a couple of girls here driving tonight. Amy Eckersley in the 34, Ashley Halcrow in the 242, and Rachel Bradbury's here from Palmerston North in the 28P as well. So we've got a good representation of guys and girls here this evening. I know I've been handed a love note. Oh, there we go. That's the grids. It actually doesn't tie up with what I've got. There we go. That's all right. I'll go with the new one. Thank you. Now leaving cars out here, and they're underway already. We've got the green. A&K Plumbing Saloons. 16 in the lead. So it looks like Taylor Mahi's in the lead of this one, followed by the 29P, which is Rachel Bradbury, and then the 8. And we don't seem to have live timing on this one, so I'm doing it by eye. There we go. We've got some timing come through now. So Taylor Mahi, Rachel Bradbury, Amy Eckersley is the order that's being shown on the electronic timing. Sometimes a little bit hard as we look in towards the lights down in turn 4, just to see the numbers on the cars, but we can see them as they come past us. And already quite a lead from Taylor Mahi. And the two girls fighting for second and third, Rachel and Amy, side by side. Oh, they go down, bumping through the on the pole line, down in turn 3 and then 4. Oh, somebody's gone around it. That might be Mike Denham, I think. It's gone around. Trying to get back on track again. Great sound of the V8s under the hood in these saloons. 16W it is, Taylor Mahi. Quite a way back to Rachel Bradbury. And then Amy Eckersley in the 34. Amy's giving it a crack down the inside. What's going to happen here? These girls are not holding back. Amy could lose 2 positions here if she's not careful, and I think she has. So the 29, Rachel Bradbury, is in second. Still Taylor Mahi in the 16, quite a way ahead of everybody else here. He's actually lapping some of the traffic already. He's already getting past Mike Denham. Mind you, Mike had an off, so not surprising that he's probably letting Taylor Mahi go unheeded. So how are we going? Taylor Mahi across the line, Ashley Halcrow, Amy Eckersley, Rachel Bradbury in that order. And the two girls just coming down onto the grandstand straight now. They were quite close, but Amy's got a better drive out of the turn down the straight. She's pulled away a little bit from Rachel Bradbury from Palmy. And look at this. The white flag is out already. They are super fast, these saloons. And so the checkered flag is going to go out for our winner. There it is. And it is Taylor Mahi in the number 16W. Ashley Halcrow in the 242P. Amy Eckersley got third in the 34W. Rachel Bradbury, the 29P, in fourth. And fifth was Scott Hadley. And he said this car is perfect tonight, and there's evidence that he knows what he's talking about. Scott did all right, didn't he? So saloon action. Thanks to A&K Plumbing. So we've got the Capital Pools Stock Car Qualifying number 1. 8-lapper coming up after this, as we bring out the tractor again and the tow trucks. So give our winner Taylor Mahi a big hand. He dominated from the first lap. Well done. That was a good race. You missed that, mate. It was a good race. There he goes, doing the donut. Oh yeah, one-handed. One-handed. The chicken flag in the other. He's turned it on for you guys in the grandstand, so give him a big hand. Woohoo! Good racing.
Hey, another thing too, I know you mentioned about not live streaming, we don't want that, but also don't hang around the scissor lifts and knock the scissor lifts, because they've got our very important personnel up there, the cameramen, and yeah, we don't really want them tumbling over, to be fair.
And we don't want shaky pictures going out to the rest of the world. No. Otherwise they'll think there's another earthquake here in Upper
exactly.
Hutton. So this is interesting. We're missing a few cars out here, but the gate, the Demon Energy gate, is shut. Just waiting to get the Capital Pools ute off the track, and then they'll be racing. Tactics, Stu. There's going to be some tactics out here, isn't there?
Yep, definitely going to be some tactics. There's some fast machinery out here. So you look at some pairings. You got 9S, 99S. You've got 84P.
Oh, here we go.
You got Maizan and Cody. The greens have dropped though, and remember it's the first two over the line. One's already pulled the infield. Leading them at the moment, it is Bryce Jensen, Matt Webb in second, and Will Hughes in third. If Hughes gets into first or second, it doesn't really matter too much. They're gonna
look at this blocking down into turn 4.
We already got one in the wall. That looks like Devon Stonham's been put in the wall by Maizan Lees.
Oh, here we go. Tapping.
Matt Webb goes to the lead. That's for the No Answers team. His pairing is the 669 of Ty. Shay Nicholson's actually sitting in a pretty good spot here, the 44 out of Rotorua. We got some blockers now.
Yeah, we have. They're hanging around.
So Matt Webb goes wide. Will Hughes is racing him nicely there. And Brendan Ty is chasing down the 44 from Rotorua.
Oh, some great tactics going on here. Team tactics.
Yeah, look at this. Bryce Jensen's dropped off. He's going to block for his team. He's already holding up Cody Lockett. Matt Webb goes through. So does Will Hughes. So they're still running 1-2. Shane Nicholson in third.
Only 8 laps
Ty
to do
in
it.
fourth. Now Ty up the inside of Nicholson. Didn't even take him out.
Look at turn 4. 2 in against the wall there.
Yep, that's Cody Lockett. And it looks like the 84 tank as well is back on track, is he? No. Yes, no. There's one down the far end. I think it's the 84 tank.
Yeah, they've gone red because of that car into turn 4 there.
So Brendan Ty moving into third spot, just securing a bit of leeway because his partner Matt Webb is leading it. So far, it is going to be the No Answers team of 84P and 669. And the strawberry patch of 99S and 9S going through.
Yeah, the two Stratford cars.
If one of them, tell you what though, if one gets taken out, Shane Nicholson's sitting in a box seat here to go through. Cody Lockett chasing them down, the 99V for the Mizlock measures.
Look at the great coverage from the cameras for Hits TV up in the end of turn 2 there.
The leaders down there in turn 3 and 4.
Yep.
On the screen here, they are sitting in third and fourth. Brendan Ty and Shay Nicholson.
So still red flag conditions. Now we're looking down towards the where are we looking there? Looking down towards where the incident is, and turn 4.
Turn 3 and 4, that's Maizan Lees and Devon Stonham, the 58V 44W.
And now, Grandstand, you're back on international tally. Give us a wave there. Oh, that's a big wave from the back of the grandstand there. Man, give that guy a medal. Well done, mates. There's a few flags flying down there. And by the way, if you do want to get yourself a checkered flag, we have the normal black and white colour, and we've also got the pink and white at the Dirt Den. So Wayne is down there selling those, and I tell you something he's got, which I am going to go and buy before he goes tonight, and that is he's got wooden kit set models of stock cars. He's got a tank, and he's got a conventional, if you like, if you call it a conventional car. He's got the models down there, and they are absolutely fantastic. They've been laser cut, and you punch them out of the like the old days, punch it out of the wood and assemble them. And now here we are, right in front of the Panhead sign. We've got the cameras on you, so let's have you give us a wave down here in front of the Panhead sign. That's it. And you can even see us in commentary giving the cameras away. Here we go. That's us there. Just
Is that you?
that's me.
Well, why do that?
Yeah, if you do that, that's you.
Is that me? That shot, that wide
That's a
shot's not
shot.
actually big enough.
Oh, there we go.
There's Steve. Steve's on TV. Steve, give us a wave, Steve. He's too busy.
No,
too busy
he's chatting up Amy.
chatting up Amy.
Yeah.
New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine we see there
Yes.
in the background.
Yeah.
Big ups to the boys Aaron and Vince at Garage 16. They have now brought New Zealand Dirt Track magazine.
And I tell you what, it is the best magazine, especially for Speedway.
Yeah.
It is just, it's the bee's knees, mate.
Right, where greens are back on, and your leader is the 84p of Matt Webb. We're halfway through our first quarter-final. He's got Will Hughes.
Whoa, look at
in
that!
behind. Oh, that was a bit of a pole cut, wasn't it?
It was.
Matt Webb, he's getting a bit nervous now, trying to get round Maizan Lee's. There could be a couple of peers helping each other out, I think, and looks like, the Evan Cooper tank has just driven straight at the Devon Stoneham there, who was put in the wall, and we go red. That could well be a DQ to the 84 tank, I think. He's driven into a parked car.
And the safety people already
They're
at the
gonna
scene.
check Stoneham.
Yeah, check and make sure he's okay, because that would have been a hell of a thump. Plenty of action here in this first quarter-final. The Capital Pools and Spas Ultimate Knockout. And I hope it wasn't.
They're just going to check on, what are they checking on here? Bryce Jensen's moved. Well, been moved, I should say.
Yeah.
Still Cody Lockett, still, there they are on screen. Matt Webb, the 84p, and 99 of Will Hughes leading it. There we go. So our replay showing Bryce Jensen's put in the wall. And okay, Maizan Lees was the one who pushed the 84. I thought he had Maizan up against the wall. So Maizan Lees, he may not have even been able to see the cars in front of him because he's pushing that tank.
Okay, we're watching the replay here.
We go. From our point, the tank's put Maizan in the wall, obviously slid in front of him, and now Maizan's pushing him, and pushed him straight into the
Yeah, he was locked up.
park.
His wheels were locked up, so he was trying to stop.
The 84 was trying to stop, but I don't think Maizan even knew that Stoneham was parked there, to be fair.
No, he probably didn't see him.
You can't see through two cars, can you?
No. Hard enough seeing through one.
Exactly. Righto, we've moved the 44 onto the infield.
Man,
It's
plenty
all
of
good.
action.
We're going to go racing again. The lights are out. We're going to go green. Matt Webb still leads it. Webb leads it for Will Hughes. From Brendan Ty sitting in third. Shay Nicholson in fourth. Cody Lockett in fifth. Cooper has parked the tank down the far end. And what's Maizan going to do here? Nothing. Well, sorry, it's actually Bryce Jensen. Of course, he's not going to take out the first two probably because he's not really fussed about Matt Webb, I'd say. He just wants to get Will Hughes through. Maizan starting to run as he's trying to chase down the 44 of Shay Nicholson. He looks like he's got a bit of front end damage though. White flag, one to go. 484 of Matt Webb. Chased out, we got a red again. And that's out.
Yeah, that'll be
Reds are out.
turn 4.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I'm not.
We're on the last lap.
Yeah.
Right, they've moved the 84. We're going to get straight back into it, I think, Colin. No mucking
Yeah, I
around
think
here.
there's going to be no...
84 tank of Evan Cooper.
Yeah, that's Cooper.
So his partner is the 44, Shay Nicholson. But your leader on screen and on track is the 84p, Matt Webb, and the 99S of Will Hughes. It's safe to say, with even one corner to go, I'm going to confirm that. I'd say they're going to qualify, to be fair. Shay Nicholson sitting there too far back. And even then, Brendan Ty sitting in third, and of course he's Matt Webb's teammate. So if he even slipped in, if Matt Webb say had a problem and Brendan cost in second, they still qualify. So
Hello, they've just put that, they're putting him back or putting him
Maizan's
off?
been put on the infield as well. So
Oh.
yeah, who knows what's going on tonight.
everything. Can I say?
Yep.
Everything.
Wing it. Just like the winging it. Right, reds are out. Greens are back on. Matt Webb, 84p. Can he hold off Will Hughes to the line? Yes, he does. Matt Webb takes out quarterfinal number 1. Will Hughes, the 99 from Stratford, home in second spot. And that will be those two pairings. The no answer of Matt Webb and Brendan Tye. So 84p and 669. And the Strawberry Patch, Colin, the Strawberry Patch have qualified as well. And that's 90s Bryce Jensen and the 99 of Will Hughes. They go through to semi-final number 1. The rest, well, they have to wait till the end of the night because they've just been knocked out.
Yep.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Yeah, we can do that 3 times tonight, $500 for the rollover. And we can have that 3 times tonight because MTF have missed out on giving any money away over the last couple of months. So they've got $500 for 3 rollovers tonight.
I think it's just in the stock cars. I will confirm it with Aaron, but I'm pretty sure it's just in the stock cars.
Okay.
But we've got quarterfinal number 2 out on track anyway, and it will be Mooney Motorsport 18V Haley James 26V. I'm not sure if it's actually Kalen or Dion in the car tonight. Someone suggested it might be Dion in the car.
Yeah.
For the stock cars. Then we've got Axel's Army, 13p Lucas Hay, 992 Taylor Lamp, Shake and Bake, which is 46b Brett Kelly, 85b Willie Stevenson. We've got the Hopeless Hacks, which is Jono out there in the 13W and Noel Bewley in the 19W. We have got the Smadison Racing Team, and that is Neil Smith in the 26W, Ashley Patterson in the 98W. We've got these names. Yeah, these names, Colin. These names we have got. I did see them before. There we go. Alba Watty, Cody Alabaster, Richard Watty, and we've got the 212 VS Motorsport, Blair Reeve Smith, and 35S Josh Walsh out there. Full lineup for this one.
Look at this. Yep, the grid is full, the Demon Energy gate is shut, and we're going racing.
Oh, this is going to be a cracker because remember, only the first 2 cars, so let's see how this one runs. We've got a lot of sparks flying from Lucas Hay as he's turned around, so Taylor Lamp's going to have to press on for Axel's Army, and hopefully Lucas Hay hasn't done an axle with all those sparks. But out in front, it looks like Josh Walsh, the 35 from Stratford, leads it. Josh Walsh from 18V is partner there, Haley James. Well, they're not actually pairing tonight, but boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, how cool is that? Dion Mooney gets it sideways. Neil Smith's been spun out. Blair Reeve Smith goes through. Brett Kelly clicks Neil Smith. But anyway, out in front still, as one's getting pushed to the infield and spun up, that's Lucas Hay. So first is still Josh Walsh, the 35 from Stratford. Then we go back to the 18V of Haley James. Taylor Lamp in 3rd. Willie Stevenson, the 85 in 4th. And Dion Mooney, the 26th and 5th. One down here on the pole line. Looking to collect up Josh Walsh.
Yeah,
chasing.
Lucas Hay.
And that's Neil Smith. Neil Smith. Oh, it looks like Haley James is the right rear looking a little bit wobbly on the 18V car. Taylor Lamp is catching though. Another one down there spun up. There's the 585. Oh, sorry, it's not the 585. He bounces through 1 and 2. Now the blocking's starting to come into it. Taylor Lamp straight through the inside. Hayley James gets pushed all over the show. Lucas Hay takes out Hayley James. Neil Smith involved. Willie Stevenson's up into third. Dale Mooney in fourth.
And it's the 26, Neil Smith has gone around.
Yeah, he's gone round. He got stuck involved with the Hayley James incident. So Josh Walsh is your race leader still. 35S from the 992 of Taylor Lamp sitting in second. Willie Stevenson, the 85 in third. And Dale Mooney, the 26 in fourth. Hayley James recovered. She's sitting in fifth spot. Brett Kelly, if he jumps on the pole line, could get his team through. But he's proceeding to run on. Lucas Hay doing a great job here. He's about to line up Josh Walsh. Here we go, the 13P. Gets the 35 from Stratford.
Woohoo!
Doesn't quite finish the job. It almost costs his pairing, Taylor Lamb, a spot to Willie Stevenson. 6 laps down. We'll make it 7 at the white flag this time round for Josh Walsh. 1 lap to go for Chiller. And Taylor Lamb still sitting in second. Mooney looking to make a move up the inside of Willie Stevenson for third. It's a drag race on. I think Walsh might hold on to the lead here on this last lap. The 35S goes wide. He's got a clear track in front to the finish. It's congested, but Josh Walsh gets there. Oh, and he gets walled for the end at the end for the save it. Well, he puts his hands in the air, but technically the rest was still racing.
Bit of argy-bargy right
So
here.
35, yeah, 35S. Josh Walsh goes through with the 212 of Blair Reed Smith and the 992 of Taylor Lamp and 13P. Lucas Hay qualify. Now that's how the knockout is supposed to work, Colin, because we saw Lucas Hay on the pole line and he made his teammate Taylor Lamp go through from about 4th spot at one spot to second in the race and qualify. Josh Walsh, we saw him, he raised his hands up as to what's going on, I've finished the race, but the thing was Lucas Hay technically hasn't. Hayley James hasn't.
No, exactly.
And so that's it, race on.
Yep.
Josh Walsh had pulled
the lights
into
weren't
it.
yellow, so...
Well, exactly right.
Yep.
The lights weren't yellow, and they hadn't finished the race, so
yep.
That's why Lucas Hay was taking out Josh Walsh. He wouldn't have known that Chiller hadn't finished. But there they go, there's the pairing. VS Racing, Josh Walsh and Blair Reeve Smith qualify through, along with Axel's Army, 992, Taylor Lamp and 13P. Lucas Hay, they will make up semi-final number 1 along with Matt Webb, Brendan Tye, Bryce Jensen and Will Hughes.
Great action in qualifying session number 2, race 7 on the program. Capital Pools and Spas Stock Cars. Next is the Friday Homes Superstocks. Can't wait for these guys to get out there as part of their... so what would this be? It's another 10 lapper. Coming up next. So the big question is, in the Friday Home Superstock Shootout, is it going to be one of the Joshes? 3 Joshes here. Josh Kahui in the 88. In the 31W, Josh Patterson, and there's also Josh Prentice in the 5G. Or is it going to be one of the Zane Zykestra in the 38V? Or is it going to be the 61S of Zane Riddick? Great coverage.
Well, I've seen how small your car is. Is that because you do nudge the car in front behind? Shorten the car up.
I think we're okay now, so...
The reason I don't know exactly which cars is because the grids were given for the meeting.
Yeah.
Some have pulled out, some more have turned up.
Yep.
That's why we're
It's
not
a
100%.
dynamic.
I'll tell you what though, once we hit the shootout,
yeah,
then I'll be able to tell you who's racing who. That's right. Well, I'll be able to tell you the first 2, and then who they're going to race as they move on through the event.
Great coverage from the Pits TV crew. There's the whole field as they line up for this race. Thanks to Friday Homes, $10,000 up for grabs.
Yep, this is qualifying race 2.
It's qualifying for the shootout. So there's 10 go through to the shootout, don't they?
Yeah. At the end of the 4th Superstock heat.
Correct.
Here we go. Oh, a bit of a jump start there, but we're going to go racing anyway. Pickard leads us into turn 1. Ron Tye, Jason Long, and Jaden Ward manages to cut down low and get into 4th spot. 24W Shane Davis pushed into the wall there, turn 1. Zane Dykstra a bit late to the start of the race. Doesn't sound quite right. Something's not too good there, the 38, but it's Matt Pickard leading us from Ron Ty. Then we go back to, Jada Ward's been squeezed in the wall by Josh Prentice and Hilton Parker. Still leading us though, Matt Pickard, 3:07. Anthony Hocking on the infield. Ethan Levine's way down as well. Pickard 3:07 leads it ahead of 2NZ. No, still 5:99 Ron Ty, then 2NZ Jason Long. Looks like Mitch Vickery sitting there in third. Keegan Levine in fourth. Brendan Ty. We've got a big pile up down here on the grandstand. That's Josh Prentice gone round. Lucas Hay.
Plenty of action on
still
the grandstand
Pickard
straight.
leading us. Long's gone into second, and we go red. Reds are out, and there's been a few position changes in that last lap.
So can we see who that is down there?
Yeah, Josh Prentice is facing the wrong way in front of the grandstand. Lucas Hay involved there. I don't know if they have a video. That was bad words. A Hits TV replay. I sincerely apologise for that one. Do we have a Hits TV replay? Possibly. I can't talk like we normally talk, you see, so I'm just going to ask nicely. And if we do, we do. And if we don't, we don't. But
that's
Josh Prentice is involved. And
Lucas Hay is backing up.
Yep. So that's so they can get to the front of Josh Prentice's car.
Yes.
No.
No, he's giving a thumbs up.
He's saying, don't touch me.
Okay.
Don't touch me. Why? Okay. Well.
No. He's stopping the tow truck.
Yeah.
Because once you're hooked, you're actually off.
He's still got steering. They'll be checking. That right front's still pumped up. That right rear's still pumped up. No, get rid of the tow truck. They're sending him in the infield though. Why? Hands are up. Why? On the infield.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. He's going wide. Hands up in the air. Yep, we can see that.
I'd
on
agree
the
with that.
So would I. So Pits TV showing some good pictures of what's happening down there with the tow truck. It's little
It's been sent to the infield. This is
sending the tow truck off.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the car. The right front is pumped up. The bumper's slightly tweaked on it, but there's nothing wrong with the car. Josh Prentice not happy at all, and fair to say I'd agree with him on that one.
Is that another one being sent to the infield? Is that?
Yeah, Lucas Hay on the infield as well.
Oh, yeah, we expected that. Gee whiz.
That's a big contender potentially out of the top 10 shootout as well. Right, 3:07, Matt Pickard is your race leader. Down in turn 3 and 4. Here we go, he gets spun up. Collected. Josh Prentice hasn't done anything wrong in that situation.
Might be an appeal about that.
Head scratcher right there, head scratcher.
So does Matt Pickard often get called captain?
Is that mate?
Does Matt Pickard often get called captain?
Captain. Oh, you now.
No, he doesn't. I'm surprised.
Either way, the Utes are both on the infield. The lights are out on the Ute, which means we're going to go reds out, greens on, and Pickard's your leader down there. Turn 3 and 4. Jason Long, 2NZ, sitting in second. Oh, Ron Ty has problems. The 5.59, slow off the start. So Jason Long in second. Keegan Levine, the 5W, into third. 3NZ of Mitch Vickery into fourth. Brendan Ty in fifth. Hilton Parker in sixth. Ron Ty's in seventh place. Pickard's doing a great job of pole position to lead this race. And Jason Long as well coming through the field. Ethan Levine, the 46W, is a lap down amongst the traffic here. As one tags all, that's Mitch Vickery. Just gets a bit close and personal with Keegan Levine. Ethan now goes wide, that's his brother underneath him. Into turn 3 they go. Pickard still holding the lead here. 3 laps remaining. Fires it, no, Pickard's been passed by Jason Long. So 2NZ, Jason Long leads the race. Ahead of the 307 Pickard. They put Mooney a lap down, that's Caelan Mooney in the 26V. Keegan Levine in third. Jerry Linklater's gone round the 98 V car. Long leads at Pickard, back to the 5W of Levine, 3NZ of Vickery, and the 321 of Hilton Parker as Brendan Tye has to take a bit of action and rejoin the track. White flag, 1 to go for the 307. He's doing a great job. Sorry, the 2NZ. The 2NZ, Jason Long leading the race. Coming into turn 3, and it'll be J-Lo, 2NZ. Out of 4, that takes the checker flag for Heat 2. Matt Pickard in the 307 does a great job to hold on to second spot. And the 5W of Keegan Levine home in third. What a race there, Colin. What a race.
It was indeed. Again, plenty of action, and I think we're going to see as we get through these races more and more action. I'm looking forward to the shootout. That is going to be one heck of a race for $10,000 thanks to Friday Homes.
I think we're going to have a lot of surprises in this top 10, to be fair, Colin. Likes of Matt Pickard there, 307. I don't know where he finished up in Heat 1, but second place in Heat 2. I'll have a look, I might be able to fire. Here we go, Heat 1 results. Pickard 12th there, so a 12th and a second so far for young Pickard. That's good driving. But Jason Long, 2NZ, a first and a third so far. Surely he's near the pointy end of the overall points. I picked him as my winner of the outright event.
You did, yes.
And if I tell you what, if he's the last driver in that runoff, that's definitely going to work to his favour, because as I says, even if he was the 5th qualifier, he's just got the smarts, he's got the car, he's just got the package that I think can get the job done.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
The thing with the Beauty and the Beast team and the Tap and Gap team is they've both got Rene Huia cars in the team. So Lexi's in the Beauty and the Beast, Sheldon in the Tap and Gap team. Do you think there might be two pairings that might help each other here in this one, Colin?
Yes, I think there's certainly a lot of tactics, and I'm sure there would have been some discussions before they pulled the helmets on here, that's for sure.
Because that's 4 cars against another 4 cars, so, well, there's actually only, well, we've got here for that, so 4 cars, yeah, taking on another 4 pairings, so, well, I think the chances of a Rene Huia car getting into the final are pretty high here.
Don't you just love that pink car?
Yeah, Graham Munn, he's always had the pink tank, and then Neil Coley's decided to join in on the pink army this season. He's painted the 38 car pink.
So the Demon Energy gate is shut.
Neil
Cars are lining up.
Neil Coley's one of those great ambassadors for going out there racing on a budget. I mean, every driver races on a budget, but I mean just a minimal budget as you can, having a great time, always getting in the thick of it, doing a bit of teams racing every now and then, you know, and fixing the car and coming back. Graham Munn's the same with the pink tank. He raced with what we call the taxi motor. Literally straight out of a road car, sealed, put in a race car, nothing done to it.
Yeah, away you go.
And away you go. So those two are great investments.
Here we go.
Cheap, fun racing. Right,
absolutely.
Utes off. We've got 8 laps ahead of us. We get the green. Leading us through will be Ben Ellis and Courtney Young. Lexi jumps into the 3rd spot. So Ellis leads it. Courtney in 2nd, Lexi in 3rd. Neil Coley in 4th. Sheldon's running through as well. He's going to try and play cover for Courtney. He pushes Coley out the way. Now we've got a wall job here. Kay McDonald's involved. And we'll run up and over, and it is K-Mac. Oh, no.
$500 MTF
Well,
money.
who claims that one? Is
Yeah,
it going to be
exactly.
Dave Spears that gets the claim? Is it going to be Neil Coley that gets the claim? We've got to definitely have to see a replay to claim the role to who we give the $500 to. We've got President Aaron Musgrove here. So we're waiting. We're going to go. We might have to call this the TMO for rollovers. Thanks to MTF Finance up at Hut, $500 to whoever rolled Kane McDonald. Oh, here we go. In. Oh. Well, Spears. There we go. It's been
66W.
confirmed. 66W. $500
Dave
is
Spears.
coming Dave Spears' way.
That was, the car was sideways, wasn't it? The one he rolled, and then he just had to push it under and push it over.
This is literally like a TMO. We're just rewinding, slow motion, checking the touch line here.
Oh. Goes sideways, does the 69.
Yep.
And
Now, I
then
think, to be fair,
yeah.
Neil Coley actually helped a little bit there. If we just back it up a slight little bit, again, slow-mo back, slow-mo back. Here we go. This is great work by Michaela and the team in the van. And we hit the play button. We're going to go back around. Here we go. We're going to hit it slow-mo.
Oh,
Kane
yeah.
McDonald is sideways. Spears is pushing. Gets a little tap from Coley. Spears is definitely the driving force behind it. We have a decision. We are going to the board. And the TMO has called it. We're going to go from a different angle here. It's a bit like Nigel Owens. I've got the earpiece in. Either way, we're going to go red. Spears gets the roll.
Go green.
Your race leader is the 1NZ, Ben Ellis. He's heading into turn 3 and 4. We've got Courtney Young in second. It looks like Sheldon Artapietti has appeared in third place out of all that. Yes, he has. So Sheldon's hopped into third. Courtney's in fourth. That's appearing on its own. Alexi's in fifth with no Perry because Kane has rolled over. So Lexi's out there on her own. She's going to have to support her stablemate, Sheldon Artapietti, on this one, I think. Ben Ellis, 1NZ, showing us why he is 1NZ. Leading the charge from Sheldon Artapietti, who is actually, he's racing his 9W column, but Sheldon's actually 2NZ. So on the track, effectively, we've got 1NZ leading 2NZ. This is awesome to have here at Wellington Family Speedway.
Here come our leaders down the grandstand straight. Lexi in third.
Yeah, Courtney Young's in third, but of course Sheldon's is peer. That means Lexi, if she can pip off these two, or if someone goes into block, Humble in the 4H can see Ellis in his mirrors. He knows he doesn't have to slow up and take anyone out. He's just running a shotgun in front. No one's on the pole line.
No.
It's quite surprising here.
Way out high.
I thought Dave Spears might have got down there and done a bit of admin. 6 laps down. We'll get the white flag this time round as Ben Ellis is your race leader, the New Zealand champion. Running in behind is peering there, Josh Humble for Count the Losses. They're not losing tonight though. They're about to take the quarterfinal victory. Sheldon Artapietti's doing all right in the 9W with the 96R in behind. It's going to be New Zealand champion Ben Ellis takes the win. Ahead of the 9W, Sheldon Artapietti effectively 1 and 2 across the line is 1 and 2. And Lexi comes home in third.
That's the Renee Huia car there in third. 4W, great Lexi. Actually, showing Lexi as second. Can't be right.
Freddie Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
8 pairs, only 2 pairs qualifying.
There we are in the shot on Fitness TV.
So who are we missing? We're missing one next to Hocking.
Looks like it, next to...
Next to 47, 47, and that will be the 11W car missing. And off the back is the 83W car missing.
So Ben Gray missing, and what was the other one?
Pretty sure the 83 is
83W. Yeah. Which is... Stephen Cooper, yes.
The 95. Looks like 95.
Stephen Samuela.
And
that's 55 as well.
missing.
Adam Baker.
Yep, so we're missing 4 cars out of it. So the 11, 55.
So you were wrong about the most amount of cars out there.
Yeah, it should have been.
Should have been, yeah. Here we go.
Right, here we go. Pace shoots off. This is going to be we got a bit of a jump there, but either way, we're going racing. Kyle Rowe's going to lead us through. Big push into turn 1. Kyle Taylor now starting to make his way through the 278. It's going to be leading us in. Matt Phippen leads us, the 35p from the 79 of Kyle Rowe. Tony McLaughlin gets all sorts of sideways, got one across the track, and one spun up. That looks like Gemma Holloway. Still, Phippin's now lost the lead. It's Kyle Rowe leading us now, the 79p car.
Here comes the blocker down the
Is
turn
Holloway
1.
going to get on the pole line? Let's see what she does. But either way, Kyle Rowe leads it from Phippen, Josh O'Keefe, Tony McLaughlin. Then we've got Corey Small, Darren Gray. Let's see if someone like Kyle Taylor gets on the pole line. Starts blocking. Still leading it is the 79. Corey Small's gone through the infield. Back on track though, so problems with the 74 car. Out in front it is still the 79p, Kyle Rowe leading the 35 of Matt Phippen. Tony McLaughlin gets pushed to the infield now by Gemma Holloway. Great drive there from Gemma. She's blocking, of course, for the 35 car. Now she goes in chase of the 72. The 278 not sounding too healthy out there as well. One riding high, looks like, is it Darren Gray up high? Yes, it is, the 62. It's still 79 and 35 out in front. O'Keefe in third, Darren Gray in fourth, McLaughlin and Holloway's got the brakes on Goats. The 2 leaders doing a great job. Anthony Hocking now on the pole line. He'll see Kyle Rowe riding behind him and keep the hammer down. So we're going to get the white flag this time round for Kyle Rowe. 79p leads it. 35 of Matt Phippen sitting there in second. Third place at the moment. Oh, it goes round with Darren Gray huge into the wall. McLaughlin as well, almost spinning up. O'Keefe's in third. We go red. That was a big hit into the wall, that one.
How often have we seen that tonight? Last lap. Red flag.
Sweet, we're going to go racing. I'll let you finish off the meat pie. Right, we got the checkered flag out anyway. It is Kyle Rowe that wins it. 79p, Kyle Rowe takes the win for his team. Team PSR. And One Direction, 35p of Matt Phippen comes home in second with Gemma Holloway. So 79p, 47W, 35p, 14B. They're going to join 1NZ, 4H, 9W, 96R, semi-final 2. Colin, mate, she's shaping up to be a beauty.
It will be a beauty. Thanks to Capital Pools and Spas for this fantastic Stock Car Ultimate Knockout. Next on the program, the Panhead Custom Ales Street Stocks. A 10-lapper coming up from those guys, followed by the A&K Plumbing Saloons. What a great lineup here for the part 2 of the season. Give them a hand, folks. 79p has done it. Kyle Rowe.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
So the Panhead cars are coming out on the track, the street stocks. Yep. Panhead is the sponsor of this race. It's also where we are, behind the Panhead sign in turn 1. So Steve,
I'm back.
You're back. You've been down in the pits and you've got lots to tell us, I'm sure. There's
Yeah,
bit of damage.
I actually have lots to tell, but I can't tell.
Well, that was a teaser if ever I heard one.
I know, I'm sorry guys, but you know, everything down there's a bit of a secret at the moment, you know how it goes.
Yes. No. So interesting that the Panhead street stocks are going the other way this time, because one of the races they've got to go the other way out of the 3 races that they have. And they're going the wrong way this time.
Well, it's the right way if they're riding sidecars.
True, because sidecars go that way, don't they?
They do.
But guess what? These have got 4 wheels.
They have. But, you know, the sidecars put on just as good a show as far as I'm concerned.
I just look at the race through my open fingers over my face with its sidecars, because I just think, I don't like seeing these guys at risk. These with 4 wheels, you've got a reasonable chance of not falling off into the path of another bike.
You've got a little more protection around yourselves.
Yeah, exactly. So these pristine showroom cars are actually out on the track and revving their little hearts out. And it's the 11W of Kane Lyle who's in the lead, and he's pulled out a heck of a lead. Wiggly-waggling through that. These are all rear-wheel drive, so you're going to get plenty of fishtailing with the... Hello, he's gone off the track. Is that our leader? Yes, he has gone off in what is turn 2 at the moment for those guys. And Aaron Wilton has gone into the lead with those pristine wheels. Look at those. Oh, well, look at the back one, because the front one's been changed for a normal one. So the purple station wagon going particularly well. And the station wagon does go well, and it's something to do with aerodynamics. Oh, obviously there's a lot to do with the driver. And he's only just keeping it ahead of the 7, which is it Darren Jeffrey? Oh, I tell you what, Aaron's not going to have it all his own way, because Darren Jeffrey's coming up tight behind him through turns 1 and 2.
Have a look at the bumper on 999 car of Richard Boy's chair when he comes around, mate. Half of it's hanging off onto the ground.
Oh, that's not unusual for Richard. He's always got something hanging off the car or something broken down. It's actually good to see him actually out here in racing.
That's true. He's usually doing security.
Yeah. So the 34 is also going well. That's another one of the station wagons. A little bit further back than he's been. Aidan Hume is back in 8th. He's usually a little bit more at the pointy end, but I didn't see where he started on the grid. So, whoa, we're into the pit wall. Thank goodness they repaired it.
Well, that gate might shut properly now.
Bit of a hammer on there in the form of a car. Gracious. Oh yeah, there's the front bumper hanging off on the 999. Must be doing a bit of ploughing there, you reckon, Steve? Pretty close to ploughing the track, isn't he? So where's he? He's in position down the backside. Oh no, he's in 8th. Yeah, he's doing all right. Here he comes again with the bumper hanging off. So with the street stocks, they've got a little bit of a bumper on the back and the front so that they can actually tap and spin is the idea. A car in them, around them, ahead of them. So how many laps have we done? We've done 7. Darren Jeffrey still in the lead. Aaron Wilton in the 9W in 2nd. Jason Dunn is in 3rd, and 4th is Mike Anderson in the 82W. So is that an S car? The 10S is in 3rd. Jason Dunn from Stratford down to see us. Show us how it's done. And there he is. I've got no idea what kind of car that was. So the leaders have done 8. Here comes Aaron in 2nd place. Done 9. Got the white flag. So it looks like it's going to be the 7S of Darren Jeffrey who's going to take the checkered flag. Let's watch our flag marshal. He's looking for our leader, and here he comes. Round turn 4 and down to the checkered flag. Aaron Wilton, a very good 2nd. And Aaron's been all over New Zealand over the last 3 or 4 months, racing in different places. Haven't managed to catch up with him this time. It just seems to be that where I was, he wasn't. So Warren Boyce cheers. Just limping the plough machine around the track with the bumper hanging off.
Oh, it's good, Colin. I can actually hear what you're saying now.
Eh?
I can hear what you're saying now.
Eh?
I can hear what you're saying now.
There's an echo in this room. There's an echo in this room. There's an echo in this room. So give him a hand, folks. He's going the right way around the track now, and he's got plenty of support down here in front of commentary. Good to see. Great support from his fan base down here, and they're going to go down to the pits now and meet him as he comes into the pits. Wow. So that is program number 11. Number 12 is the A&K Plumbing Saloons. They're coming up next. Another 10-lapper from those guys on the way next. That's a bit late because they're already out there. The Demon Energy Gate is actually shut at the moment, so the cars are out there. The Saloons.
That's not a bad field of saloons, Colin.
No, it's a good field, and the action has been very good tonight with the Saloons, and that's not the ones with the swinging doors. Not that kind of saloon.
The ones that always come back and hit you in the face.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. You push your way through, and then I love my westerns.
There's a few good YouTube videos featuring those doors.
Oh, I must look that up.
Yeah, and plastic chair fails, mate. You've got to have a look at some.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll have a look at that. Here we go, they're racing! At AK Plumbing Saloons, 10-lapper. T42's in the lead, which is Ashley Halcrow. She'll be pleased with that. She's already pulled out a bit of a lead. There's a few girls racing these saloons, mate. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see, these girls all come out of mini stocks.
Yep.
So, you've got Rachel Bradbury out there as well.
Yeah, don't forget we've got Amy Shorty is in second place there.
That's right.
And she's got a great family, and she's just got some talent.
Oh, for sure. And all these girls can hold their own against the guys, you know. It's not just a male.
This is evidence.
Yeah, it's not just a male-orientated sport anymore, which is really good to see.
And you know what? Danielle Halcrow's in third, so it's girls 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3, and...
Rachel Bradbury's in eighth.
She is too.
So here go the two girls out the front, followed by another girl in the 1, 2, 4. And she's being hunted down by Grandad here, which is Tony Cardno. He's getting up, but somebody's going to go around the outside. I didn't see who that was, and I think it's probably Scott Hadley. Is it in the 13? Might be.
It might be.
Oh, look at that. He's going for it.
That's what it's showing on our... Oh, it is too, yes, definitely.
Yeah, well, look, Scott said the car is going perfect. They've spent a lot of money on it over the last few weeks, and it's already paying off. Keep it together, Scotty.
Yeah. And he hasn't crashed it.
No, shh.
Oh, geez, did I say that?
Yeah, don't say anything, mate. He's out in the lead in the 13. Oh, no, he's not, because the leaders are there. I beg your pardon. I was just getting a bit confused there. He's in third. Sorry. I got all excited about Scott's prospects here, but even at third is pretty darn good compared with the rest of his season.
Absolutely. It's good to see him finishing races.
Yeah, so Ashley Halcrow, Amy Ickersley down the Grandstand Straight. They're the leaders, and they're more than half a track ahead of third place Scotty Hadley. And Scotty might be holding up a few of the cars behind him here, but good on him. He's in a racing line. He's not blocking. And here we go on Pitch TV. We can see the 13 car in third place.
He's making that car as wide as he can right now.
Legally, yeah. Oh, he's got a sideways there. He might lose third position here. Got it sideways. Can he maintain that third position down into turn 3 and 4? Yeah, anyway, it's Ashley Halcrow, Amy Ickersley out the front. And they started, up on the back of the 13.
Whoa.
Goes the, is that Clapperton who's gone on the back of him? Yeah, John Clapperton.
Yeah.
He's put them both out. Oh, bad luck for Scotty, who was doing so well there. They're both off the track, so they're, oh no, the 13's back on again.
Yeah, minus its rear panel.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3 is Ashley Halcrow in the 24. 34W of Amy Ickersley and 16W Taylor Mahi.
Danielle Halcrow coming home in fourth.
Yeah, she did well to come home in fourth. She
did well.
Yep, she did well. And that was all gifted because of third place being taken out by a fourth place there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Scott here from Expert Cars. Over the last couple of years I've used Sign Solutions for lots of jobs. Building signage, vehicle signage and even flags. If you need signage done in Invercargill, get in touch with Sign Solutions.
Well, they've already been unleashed as it turns out. Rio, how are you? Who are you? James. So we've got two guys who are fans of the Speedway. You better go and watch these Superstocks, mate, because they are awesome action.
Yeah, they are right. We've got Keegan Levine sitting on pole position, the 5W. Well, maybe Zane Riddick's... No, he's just doing a lap. I was going to say maybe he's supposed to be there. But in behind him, row 2, it is the 5G of Josh Prentice. And we've got the 15R of Paul Mabey. We go back to row 3, 96W, Brad McGee, 26V, Kaylin Mooney. Off row 4, 2NZ, Jason Long, and 3NZ, Mitch Vickery. Then we go back to 971 of Jaden Ward, and outside of him is someone, because they flicked the camera over.
Yeah, that's
Zane Riddick's come in for a 3-minute bell. Zane Dykstra is trying to get a 3-minute bell, and Clive Elliott as well down at the pit gate. But who was in beside Jaden? 31W, Josh Patterson. So that's who's lined up at the moment. There's a few cars down the back, but they'll be waiting to rejoin in the grid.
So we got a few down here for the 3-minute bell at the pit gate, even though the pit gate's, is it shut? Yeah, it is actually. Hard to see, there's flashing lights and cars down there blocking my view. The fabulous V8 sound of the Superstocks. We're getting close to that shootout. And the last race on the program is number 21, the Friday Homes $10,000 Superstock Shootout. And looking forward to that. So we've got 10 in the shootout, and the format is just fantastic. Love the shootout format.
Right, Zane Dykstra just getting belted in there.
Yeah, so
there's Rangy diving in. They've got a modified now, which we're going to see a fair bit, I'd say, here. The Dykstras, Ricky's running a modified. It's got a V on it, but I'm pretty sure we might be able to sway them to
sway them to come here.
If you put another V on it, it makes a W, right?
It makes a double V. Yes.
I didn't think you could actually belt up and everything on the
infield,
on the track. I thought you had to do it out there.
So did I. I thought you had to do it on the dummy grid, but they might have actually, the officials might have said get out on the track anyway.
Yeah, because I remember Tyler Walker done this once and was told, nope, got pinged. You have to have your gear on as soon as you drive through the gate.
I would have thought so. I thought that would have been, and I'm sure that's the case in supercars over on tarmac racing in Aussie.
Yep. Once you exit the pit lane, you've got to have your gear all complete on.
Everything done up. Hasn't Shane Van Gisbergen done well?
Oh, great stuff.
Yeah, great start to the season.
At least we get next weekend we can watch supercars and a Formula 1 Grand Prix both at a decent hour.
Yeah,
it's been painful getting up at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning to watch.
There's been some great action in the Formula 1 though, hasn't there?
Has been, definitely. And how about IndyCar?
Oh, Scotty McLaughlin.
Two Scotties over there for us, Scotty Dixon and Scotty McLaughlin, but first and a second.
Yeah, great start.
Unbelievable.
When is the next race this weekend? I can't remember.
I can't actually.
No, I can't keep up with it all. Anyway, we're just waiting for this last car down by the Panhead gates to be...
Yeah, not sure what's going on with Zane Dykstra.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Zane Riddick, sorry. Zane Dykstra's away.
It's great hearing one car going around the track because it just sounds fantastic. Yeah, one or two cars by themselves, but there's nothing quite like a gaggle. There we go. We've got the word in again. A gaggle of super stocks.
So Ethan Levine out as well of this one.
Oh, is he?
46W.
So we'll tell you after this what's happening at the Speedway over the next couple of weeks. Couple of meetings. Big one, of course, the Demolition Derby on the 14th of May. Yes, folks, we're going right up until the 14th of May because we missed out on all that action over the last couple of months thanks to Auntie Jacinda. She better not say I'm related. I'm not. No, honestly. Stop throwing tomatoes.
You just stay over the other side.
Yeah. Okay, the ute's off. Here we go.
We get the green. Keegan Levine in the lead at the moment. Josh Prentice looks to get up the inside. He tags the back of Levine. Still manages to keep going. Brad McGee's been pushed, was squeezed out of this one. Out in front though, it is Keegan Levine, the 5W. This is going to be a great haul of points if he can keep up here. Josh Prentice in second. Jason Long already up into third, the 2NZ.
He's going.
Mitch Vickery in fourth. Jaden Ward in fifth. Here we go back to Zane Dykstra. Paul Maybe Sitting in behind, and Caleb Mooney up the inside of Josh Patterson is round the outside. Jason Long round the outside. He's getting tagged by Prentice. Now keep an eye on Jaden Ward here, the 971 up the inside of the 5G. What could happen here? Keegan Levine starting to pull away from the field now. Ward up the inside of Prentice. Vickery goes with him. Long's been pushed back a couple of spots. And Prentice has been pushed to the wall this time by Vickery. Dykstra moves up into the third or fourth spot because Vickery's still holding with him. Now Dykstra into third. Oh, Vickery, the sparks are flying out of four. Prentice is giving Jason Long the big hurry up here as Keegan Levine leads it from Jaden Ward. Zane Dykstra, Mitch Vickery, and it looks like almost Long almost goes round. So Jason Long's dropped down to sixth spot now. In behind Paul Maybe, and Prentice is dropping through the field majorly here. Now Long back into fourth. But out in front it is Keegan Levine, and he's been hunted down and passed this time by Jaden Ward. So Jaden Ward to the lead. Woo-hoo. Keegan Levine is second. Zane Dykstra, Mitch Vickery. Jason Long's got a bit of a push in the 2NZ. Car's not quite set up in this race. Brad McGee looks to the inside. You've got Paul Maybe sitting in behind, and Caleb Mooney waiting to pounce. But it's Jaden Ward who leads us. 3 laps to go. Keegan Levine now under pressure from Zane Dykstra. We got a couple on the wall. Josh Prentice takes out 2 of the Wellington cars, Paul Fairbrother and Dale Robertson. They were former teammates, Wildcats together. Now Ward leads it from Zane Dykstra. So Dykstra's moved up the inside of Levine. We're going to get the white flag this time around. 1 to go for the 971. Levine now back up the inside of Dykstra. Fairbrother's trying to pull out. Ward, Levine, Dykstra, Vickery, McGee, Long's holding on. Long almost spun there by Mooney. Fairbrother's trying to turn around so he can finish the race, but the checker flag's already out, and it is 971 Jaden Ward who takes the win. He'll take the win from the 38V of Zane Dykstra. 3 NZ Mitch Vickery, 5W Keegan Levine drops all the way back to fourth after leading the first half of the race. Josh Prentice, yet another DNF. He won't be in the top 10 shootout.
So good win there to Jaden Ward, 971.
If you're planning on jumping into a new vehicle, talk to the good sports at Stadium Finance. Whether you're looking to buy privately or through a dealer, they can help you out, and with better rates. So race online to stadiumfinance.co.nz for faster finance at better rates.
So that is the Friday Homes Superstock 10 lapper, and then we get them out again for race 18, Stu, and then the actual shootout is race 21 on the program, so there's one more to go for the Superstocks.
Hey, I've got a shout out from Lexi as well to Ruby Tafunga and Emma Ross from Tui Glen School. They're in Lexi's, I think Lexi's their teacher. How cool is it when you come to Speedway and your teacher is out there racing?
And doing very well.
And doing very well.
Yeah.
Although, where is Lexi? She's just run away. Come here, Lexi. Now, the beauty part of the team took a tumble. He let you down.
He did. I really carried the team. Was waiting for someone to take out 1NZ Ben Ellis, but no one wanted to get on the blocks for me, so it's no good. Settle with third.
Well, at least though, positive. One of the Renault Huia cars qualified through. Sheldy piloting the 9W, so that's one of the cars through.
Yep, absolutely. And Sheldy getting his first win in that car. First time he's ever driven it. So awesome
really?
to see him get that win and show the car what it's made of.
Nice. Hey, going back to the shout out, how cool is it that you're a teacher at school and then you have your students here watching you racing and being a female race driver as well? That's pretty cool on both accounts.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's just good for all female drivers to get out there and get their names known, so that's becomes more popular with our crowd and all the supporters and that. But yeah, we've got lots of kids here from Tui Glen School and two of our other teachers, Ruby and Emma, watching as well, so it's awesome to see them.
So does that make you like the tough nut teacher of the school? Because you're like full beast mode out there in a stock car?
I don't know about that one.
Good stuff. There's Lexi. We'll let her get back to the car. Colin, mate, this is shaping up to be a good one because we have got the Capital Pools and Spas Stock Car Knockout semi-final number 1, and it will be Team Never Answers, 84p Matt Webb, 669 of Brendan Tighe. We've got the VS Motorsport team of Josh Walsh in the 35S and 212V Blair Reed Smith. Axel's Army, 13p Lucas Hay, 992 Taylor Lamp, and the Strawberry Patch 9S of Bryce Jensen and 99 of Will Hughes.
No pressure, guys, but we need another couple of rollovers here. We've had one.
I don't know if you heard much of the yarn when I was down in the pits.
Yeah, I heard a bit.
But yeah. So no, it was quite good. Had a chat to Kane. He said, he's keen for $500. Dave Spears came over and they had a bit of a laugh about it. I mean, let's be fair, they got sandwiched up. But it's always good to wind the drivers up, rack them up, pump them up. And I told Kane, I think he should go for double or nothing, to be fair, and take $1,000. Right, we're not mucking around because the Capital Pools and Spa Ute is off. Semi-final number 1. We get the green. 4 pairs out there. 2 qualify. And at the moment, it's the VS team and the Axel's Army leading it. Oh, straight into block mode. Lucas Hay on Will Hughes. Also looks like Bryce Jensen has got Josh Walsh tangled up. So let's see how we go here. Jensen's ended up in the wall. That's no good for the Strawberry Patch.
So Taylor
At
Lamb
the moment, Taylor
Lamb,
Lamb, 992 leads it from 212 Blair Reed Smith. And Matt Webb's holding on nicely there. In the 3rd spot, he's got Brendan Tighe's teammate in behind as well. Matt Webb is chasing hard on Blair Reed Smith. He makes the pass as well. What's Reed Smith going to do here? If he pounces on Webb, Tighe's ready to go. And we've got a red. That will be for Bryce Jensen.
Yeah, he's up against the wall at the end of the grandstand straight.
I think we could scrap the 9S from this race. Our former young gun captain from last season, he's contracted out of Stratford these days. Anyway, we've got semi-final number 1 of the stock car knockout on the grid, on the track, and heat 2's semi-final 2's waiting out on the grid. Matt Webb has just made a pass on Blair Reed Smith now. I can see 669 Brendan Tighe right up beside Reed Smith. Can he pounce? Cover his teammate. Here he is. Tighe just briefly slows the pace up on Reed Smith. Lucas Hay lets the Palmy car through. So the Palmy car is actually working together here because there are 4 of them out there after all. They're running 1-2 at the moment. Taylor Lamb leads against Matt Webb. And now Brendan Tighe in block mode, trying to slow up Reed Smith and Will Hughes. He misses both of them. Hughes goes through into 3rd spot now, the 99 from Stratford. What are we going to see happen here? Hughes has taken someone to the wall. Okay. Brendan Tighe says, sweet, I'll take 3rd spot. Might as well keep going, eh, Brendan? We see what's going on here. Taylor Lamb under attention from Josh Walsh, who spins in front of Webb. And he's yielded. No, he's done the right thing there. Taylor Lamb leads it ahead of Matt Webb and Brendan Tye. Lucas Hay, which is Taylor Lamb's teammate, lying in wait down the far end. Lets both the Palmy cars through once again. Great work here. Now Tye in front of Josh Walsh. He's realised what's going on here. Lucas Hay now running in behind. So the P cars, they might be different pairings, but they're working together very good here. You've got Brendan Tye in block. The Lucas Hay running shotgun. White flag, 1 to go for Taylor Lamb. He's got a clear track ahead of him.
Well
so
clear.
992 Taylor Lamb should come away with the win here. He will. Matt Webb's going to come home second. The fight's on still for the Miners. But Lamb wins it. Axel's Army through to the final. And the no answers. Who's going to cross the line in third? It will be Will Hughes. Fairly certain Hughes is going to come home third. But that's not enough for the Strawberry Patch. Awesome race. Great work
good race.
at the P cars.
Yeah, they were working together.
Yep.
Yep, almost like a team's race, but just two of them, obviously.
So there we go. 992 Taylor Lamb, 13P Lucas Hay, Axel's Army through to the final along with the Never Answers. And that is Matt Webb and Brendan Tye. I'm not sure who's trying to call who out of those two, but someone clearly does not answer their phone, Colin. So they helped each other in that semi. I don't know if they're going to help each other in the final though. Great blocking from both Lucas Hay and Brendan Tye to get their respective drivers through. Will Hughes had a go at Lucas Hay. Probably could have kept going and even picked up a spot there potentially, but took the opportunity to have a crack at the 13.
So Stu must have gone and revved them up because they're out on the track.
Yeah, give them a rev up. Nah, they were just, I think they were waiting for the Capital Pools and Spas ute. That's what they're doing.
Yep, makes sense.
Right, so semi-final 2, let's run through our teams. We've got Chase the Loss, 1NZ, Ben Ellis, 4H, Josh Humble. We've got BSR, which is 79P, Kyle Rowe, and 47W, Anthony Hocking. We have got Tap and Gap, 9W, Sheldon Utapeti, 96R, Courtney Young, and One Direction. That's one as in W-O-N.
Yeah.
One Direction is Gemma Holloway, the 14B, and 35P, Matt Phippen.
Demon Energy Gate is shut once again, ready for racing. Because if they didn't put the gate in there, there'd be a big gap which cars could disappear through.
Rightio, they're gridded up. We're ready to go. We've got Ben Ellis on pole. We've got Kyle Rose, 79P, Sheldon Utapeti, 9W, 14 of Gemma Holloway. We get the green. Into turn 1, Ben Ellis leads it. We get the big squeeze, the big push. Sheldy looks up the inside of Kyle Rowe. Oh, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Someone's got to yield here. Something's got to give. Now Gemma gets involved. She pushes Kyle Rowe out the way, moves into third place herself. No one's down on the pole line blocking just yet. 8-car scrap going on here. Holloway now moved out the way by Kyle Rowe. Now we've got Humble starting to slow down. No one else has really yielded off the pace. They're all racing for the flag here. Humble's just, I'd say he's keeping an eye. About a half track behind. He'll be looking over, see the 1NZ out in the front. Sheldon Utapeti leads, in second. Kyle Rowe. Now Matt Phippen looks to be, no, he still keeps going. So this isn't like semi 1, Colin. We've got no blockers yet.
No, we haven't. It's certainly, this is semi number 2. And no blockers, really. It's just straight racing.
You want to make the big final, you've got to do the admin. You've got to do the mahi. One of your club mates or teammates or peers or
whatever.
Best Friends has got to get on the pole line, but nothing's happening. Ben Ellis is leading it. It's a drag race between Sheldon Arapeti and Kyle Rowe for second.
Oh, pushes him out of the way.
Rowe pushes Arapeti through. Arapeti, no doubt, will come back with a bit of bumper. Here we go. Courtney Young's on the pole line. 96R. He slows up. What will Humble do? Will Humble try and cover him so he doesn't take Ellis out? I don't think he'd be too worried about Ellis. He'd be wanting that 79 car, that's for sure. Humble goes through. See what Courtney Young does here around the outside. Ben Ellis goes. Yep, Young lets him go. Now what's Kyle Rowe going to do here? Because he's in front of Sheldon Arapeti, which is Courtney Young's pairing. Oh, Arapeti spins him up himself.
Job
Courtney
done.
Young gets the accelerator down, but Arapeti could be under attack from Holloway in just a moment. Arapeti around the outside. Here goes Courtney Young into block, straight to fence. White flag is out too. It's 1 lap to go. Ben Ellis has got Josh Humble running shotgun. Arapeti's gone through. He's got Courtney Young sitting behind. Humble gives Rowe a hurry up, and it's going to be Ben Ellis 1NZ takes the win from the 9W Sheldon Arapeti. Just as they finished their their qualifying race. Just as they finished their qualifying race, they finished their semi-final, and they will qualify through to the big final here. 1NZ, Ben Ellis, 4H, Josh Humble. They count the loss. And it'll be Tap and Gap, 9W, Sheldon Arapeti, and 96R of Courtney Young. Sheldon, actually, the 9W, the only Wellington car in the final.
It's often the case, isn't it? Visitors showing us how it's done here at the Value Cars Speedway.
Somewhere amongst it is a list of street stock drivers, but we're going to get the green anyway. It is the 7W, Brett Davis on the outside, but it will be usual suspect, 9W, Aaron Wilton going through. Sorry, it's Darren Jeffrey, the 7S. 7S sitting in second spot. We got one that hasn't moved off the start line as well. We go red down the far end as Aaron Wilton gets spun out under the reds as well. Trying to catch who that car is down that far end with that's been spun out. That didn't make the start. And they're going to straighten up Aaron Wilton as well. Here we go. Greens are on. Wilton leads it from the 7S and the 10S. Jason Dunn actually crosses the line. If that was the race, it would be done in one. But Aaron Wilton up the inside of the 10S, then the 7 back into third. We go, 11W, almost spun it up there, Kane Lyle, with Adrian Hume. Starting to peek his nose in there. Blair Ladd coming through as well, pushing his way amongst it. Still Aaron Wilton trying to keep a tight line. Here we go, spun up now, the Stratford double team. The Brogans spin him up. 11W goes through. As does the 13 of Jamie Shepherd. Adrian Hume in 4th now. Make it 5th. One of the Stratty cars not quite clocking the laps on the ELS, but either way they are running 1-2, and it's the 7 that crosses the line first this time round. 7S leads the 10S. Then we go back to the 11W, Kane Lyle. Adrian Hume, Mike Anderson in the 82W. Getting amongst it as well. As Hume looks to the inside, the 34 car. Still the 7S, Darren Jeffrey out in front leading Jason Dunn. From the 11 of Kane Lyle, Adrian Hume now 4th. 13W, Jamie Shepherd in 5th. The 32W starting to put his nose in there. Sean Devitt moves up 3 or 4 spots there.
Oh. Red flag, yes.
Yeah, we got, was that Wilton's
It's Aaron
in the
and
wall.
the 57.
So Aaron Wilton, the 9W, he's got one of the Brogans in the wall. It's Blair Ladd.
Back of that Aaron Wilton car doesn't look that well, does it?
No. So I missed,
They pushed
I
the
missed
axle
that one.
out of the body by the looks of it.
The right rear.
Yeah, right rear. Looks a bit dishevelled. You like that word? Yeah. Well, you like it as much as gaggle?
Gaggle. Yeah, I was just going to say it goes up there with your gaggle.
So I think that'll be a toe off for the number 4 Aaron Wilton anyway.
Did you get given a grubbies list?
A what?
A grubbies list.
What's that?
Grubbies. Street stocks. That's what they call them down south. Grubbies.
No.
Oh. Speaking of which, it is Battle of the Street Stocks in Dunedin tonight. That's the other stream that Pitts TV's got going on.
Ah, yes, they're in Dunedin as well as here, and yeah, the Upper Hutt track.
I know who likes grubbies.
Here we go. Here's the
Here we go.
replay.
Here's a bit of action. Oh, Aaron Wilton put him in the wall, and they come to a nice halt there.
So the Reds have gone out.
So that leaves 11W Kane Lyle in 3rd spot, the lead Wellington car. And what do we got? 7 cars running. At the halfway point of the race as well, Darren Jeffrey leads it, or 6 laps down now.
Yeah, Darren's just gone across the line in the 7S. There he goes, down into the grandstand straight. Pretty much free track in front of him. Clear track. And he's got a clear lead too, hasn't he? He's got nobody around him. Jason Dunn is 5, 6, 7 car lengths behind. It seems to be getting closer, maybe. That's the number 10. But the 2 S cars, they won't take each other out, will they?
Oh, it'd be great if they do, eh? It would be a good bit of fun if they had a bit of a play around on that last corner or something. We 2 laps from home. Everything looks pretty status quo. In fact, the 11W, I missed something there, but the 11W's gone back to last. Was sitting in 3rd. It means Adrian Hume is now 3rd. 34W, 2nd, 3rd season in the street stocks, out of mini stocks. They get the white flag, 1 to go for Darren Jeffrey, the 7S. 10S to Jason Dunn sitting there in the 2nd spot.
Now I think that 7S is, or was originally a Falcon, wasn't it? Does it look like a Falcon? Can't tell.
You could probably tell on its first meeting, but after a few, and when it's painted black, you can't really. But either way, he's going to get the checker flag. Darren Jeffrey takes the last street stock race of the night, followed home by his Brogan brother, Jason Dunn. Awesome racing there from the Stratford drivers.
And brought to you by Panhead. Great drop. And a great place over in Upper Hutt here. It's my favourite drop.
Definitely is.
Yeah. Call it craft beer, but people could go, oh no, it's draft beer. I won't drink it.
Draft or craft?
Craft, I mean.
Oh, mate.
Not draft, craft.
A beer's a beer, isn't it?
I tell you what, a good beer is a good beer. I don't care.
Beer is a good beer.
I don't care if it's draft or craft. Doesn't matter. If it's good, it's good. There we go. There's a profound statement.
Either way, we've got the checkered flag out for the 10S car. Oh, 7S car,
7S.
sorry.
He's going to do it.
Yeah, we got the doughies.
Good on him. Woohoo! He's got his fans down the front here. We've actually got that on camera.
They're just as broken.
Are you building a new commercial business or home? Or is it time that your existing premise has had a repaint anywhere in the South Island? Then Anderton Decorators have you covered. From floor to ceiling, wall to roof, Anderton Decorators offer the latest techniques, equipment and technology to make even the hardest tasks seem simple. Anderton Decorators also has the expert team to take the frustration out of your next project. Call Shane today on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators. We have you covered.
Just had Amy go and put her hand on my arm. She's been out in the cold. It is getting a bit chilly. It is 14 degrees at the moment, and it looks like it's going to be just a little bit cooler, but not too much. But I guess we're a little bit spoilt. The beginning of April, it is still 22, 23 during the day, which is awesome. So the gods have been kind to us here at this meeting. Let's hope we can get the next meeting next week underway as well, just as well. So the Demon Energy Gate is still open. We're obviously waiting for a couple of cars to come out. So see how well the girls go this time, because we've definitely had some great girl racing out here. Seems to be the forte of the saloons. The women do very well. Won't call them girls because they're young women now. Still waiting for something to come. Oh, it's the tractor's going to come out. And will they close the gate after that? Nope, they're still waiting for a tow truck. I think they were still missing one by the looks of it. Now wait till that comes out, and then the Demon Energy Gate will be shut. Yep, there's the other tow truck. And we can shut the Demon Energy Gate. Bolt it. Put the steel rope up, put the catch fence in place, and then everything will be hunky-dory go. Still amber lights. They're not yellow, are they, Alan? They're amber. They might be orange. Orange. Alan, put the microphone on. I have
actually. Well, I heard you talking about me before, Colin, and I think I heard you say that you wanted me to come up and give you my opinions on Jacinda or something, didn't you, at the start of the meeting?
Yeah, no, we haven't got time for that.
No, I thought that's what you said. That's why I've come up. See you.
We can discuss that over a beer at the club rooms.
As long as your shout.
All right, here we go with the Saloons, and out in the lead it is that relatively new car. That's Clayton Moore. Well, it's not a new car, it's new to the category. Clayton Moore taking like the proverbial to a duck pond, and he's doing well. He stayed out into in the lead. Oh, Scotty Hetley nearly got it in the wall. That would have been a heart-stopping moment for him. Still in second, going well in the number 13. He's come on strong over the seasons that he's been in the Saloons. He's definitely got a style. He spent a bit of money on the car just recently. There we go. Hello, here we go. Here's the fight. Javin Clapperton. And Scotty's gone off track. Now, whether that was on purpose or not, I don't know. But the fact he stayed off, I think we've got an issue with that number 13. I've told him to change the number. So, Amy Eckersley in third place. Hunting down Clapperton in second in the 9P. Clayton Moore still in the green. Corvette is still out in the lead. Look at the way that Clapperton sets that car up in the corner, but it doesn't actually work that well for him because Amy's actually manages to catch up with him. Clayton is actually flicking the car into the corners early, and Amy's got a much smoother approach to the corner, and it's obviously working for her because she's gone up to second place. Oh, she's going to go and have a go at Clayton Moore. Here she is up behind him, and it's just tight down there into turns 3 and 4. What can Amy do here? Can she go down the inside? No, she gets a bit tail happy. She's done it. Down the inside she goes. Out into the lead. She's got a technique going on there. Brilliant move.
Oh no, she's got it wrong there, Colin.
Yeah, got it wrong. Just looked away for a second. I was just looking at other things that were happening on the track. And Javid Clapperton has gone into first place. Taylor Mahi, Clayton Moore, Ashley Halcrow is the first 4. Yeah, I tell you what, that 16 is pretty quick. That's Taylor Mahi coming up on the back of Clapperton. Clapperton from Palmy. Taylor Mahi, the 16W, and Ashley Halcrow with P on the side of the of the car. That doesn't sound too good, does it? But yeah, she's registered out of Palmerston. Oh, what's happened to Clapperton? I heard something go bang down here. Now, whether he hit the wall or something snapped on the car, it's definitely caused him a problem. There was definitely a crack, and it was a metallic kind of crack, so I think something's gone wrong with the car. It's probably in the suspension by the looks of it. He's down on the right-hand side. To Clapperton out. Taylor Mahi in the lead. Ashley Halcrow, Amy Eckersley. And that was the end of the race. I was so excited about what was happening there. And that's the finishing order. Taylor Mahi, Ashley Halcrow, Amy Eckersley, Clayton Moore in the green Corvette, and Tony Grandad Cardno in the 98 in 5th place. You think he's pleased? Taylor Mahi, well done.
It's like if you hit the lead in that race, you were jinxed, didn't it?
It seemed to be.
And you're right though. As he came past our window, you definitely heard something break.
Yeah, something. I was so focused on that I actually missed the white flag and then the checkered flag. I was so enjoying that race. So thanks to A&K Plumbing for supporting the saloon racing. So race number 17 is done and dusted. Next is the Friday Homes Superstocks. He's missing this.
He went to get some points, but he must have got lost.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, mate, you're just in time.
This guy keeps following me everywhere, eh?
Oh, is that Harry?
Harry. Right, Superstock's 4th and final qualifying heat. Josh Patterson off the pole position. Is it? No, it's 24th. The other Friday Homes car.
That's
Shane Davis.
That's it.
Shane Davis off the pole position.
Whoa.
Matt Nielsen on the outside. But it's going to be Zane Dykstra. The 38 car pushing through. Oh, Davis goes round.
Yeah, that's going to put him to the back.
It is indeed. And we got another one half spot. No, that's Simon Davis almost goes round. The cousin of Shane. Matt Nielsen leads it. Oh, we got one on the wall. Not quite. So after 2 laps, we got another one in the wall down here. We got one right in the wall. It's all going on in the wall, but it's after 2 laps. It will be the 147 from Kiki. Matt Nielsen leading it from Zane Dykstra, the 38 Wanganui. Then we go back to 82 of Hamish Booker. Josh Patterson goes round. This time we've got the right Friday home car. Tyler Walker in the 133. in 4th spot, but looks like Brad McGee starting to make his way through the field. The 96W Jerry Linklater, the 98V car in your top 6. Bryce Steiner, Paul Fairbrother, Josh Kahui looks to make a move up the inside of Fairbrother. We go back to Matt Pickard. He's had a great night on the office. Ethan Levine back out on track. But it's Matt Nielsen leading it. 147 ahead of the 38 of Zane Dykstra. So halfway point of the race for those two cars. Matt leads it at the halfway. Dykstra just gives him a nudge, sends him wide in the 38 up the inside. Can't quite get the drive out of the corner. It will be Hamish Booker at 3rd. Brad McGee in 4th, and Tyler Walker's dropped back to the 5th spot. Now Jerry Linklater looks to lose another spot, this time to Bryce Steiner. And Paul Fairbrother makes advantage of it as well. 52W goes through. Zane Dykstra, 38V, pressing up the inside of Matt Nielsen. We got one the wrong way. Looks like Hilton Parker.
Trying to get it started down there in turn 4.
So yeah, Hilton, I think, down there, facing the wrong way. Here we go, still. He's on the infield now, out of the harm's way. It's still Matt Nielsen leading the race. Zane Dykstra technically did cross the line first there. But Dykstra now in the lead, Matt Nielsen in 2nd. Then we go back to Hamish Booker, who's under a lot of pressure from the 96 of Brad McGee, as they just push Shane Davis out the way. White flag, 1 to go for Dykstra. He was pressing on with Jason Long in the last heat. Now here he is, leading the 4th and final qualifier. Kahui's on the infield, but it will be Zane Dykstra taking out the last qualifying heat. Matt Nielsen home in 2nd. Then we go back to Brad McGee in 3rd. Or did Hamish Booker? No, Hamish Booker just held on to 3rd.
Yep.
So 38V, Zane Dykstra takes the win.
And then the Kihi man, Mac Nielsen in 2nd place, 147K, and the 82S of Hamish Booker from Stratford in 3rd.
Yep, 96W Brad McGee 4th, 133 Tyler Walker in 5th, 118R Bryce Steiner in 6th, 52W Paulie Fairbrother in 7th, 98V Jerry Linklater in 8th, and then it looked like Dale Robertson there in the 9th spot. Simon Davis, I think, was in 10th. Well, there you go. That's the top 10. Aaron Musgrove's hard on the points calculations after that one to see who our top 10 finalists are.
For the shootout.
Let's see how the shootout's going to be. Yeah. $10,000 there's Zane Dykstra.
Well done, Zane.
He's been a weapon tonight.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Yeah, we've had one rollover, and I reckon we might even see another one or two, because we've got two $500 rollovers to give away, thanks to MTF in Upper Hunter down there, the yellow building on Whakatiki Street. And they don't, MTF stands for Motor Trade Finance, but they will finance anything that's an asset.
Yep, they definitely will.
Are you an asset? Are you an asset?
An asset.
Are you an asset?
Am I an asset?
Are you an asset?
Probably.
Yeah.
Right, we already got out on the grid. I think it's best up, best dressed for this grid. So we got 63P out there. That's Zeo McNabb. We got 95W. That's Stephen Samuel. We've got 44R Shay Nicholson. 99W. Tony McLaughlin. We got 17W Rory McGrath. 26W Neil Smith. 62W Darren Gray. 124 from Rotorua Richard Waddy. We have got more cars coming.
Yeah.
We've got Kane McDonald's back out on track after his tip over. Willie Stevenson and Brett Kelly are out there, the 85B and the 46B. Who else we got? Goats in the 33W. We've got Evan Cooper in the 84W tank. Got Graham Munn, 39P. Cody Lockett, 99V. Dion Mooney, 26V. We've got Blake Allett, 998W. Dave Spears, the 66W. Kyle Rowe, 79P. Lexi Hendricks in the 4W. 69W. Kane McDonald running the old school Joe Ferrum ring. There's Willie Stevenson, the 85B. 46B of Brett Kelly. 14B Gemma Holloway. Got 38P Neil Coley. 278 Kyle Taylor. Lost a cylinder in his quarter-final, one of the two. And the 585 of Bailey Coleman out of Rotorua, joining the back of the field there on the outside. Corey Small in the 74 dub. Green's on. Our stock car all in, underway.
Well, round we go.
The 44 goes round in front of the pack. Oh, Kane McDonald's up the wall again. Oh, he's the one who's supposed to be rolling cars. And the 17W got him up the wall. Let's see if K-Mac can get $500 in his pocket. In the meanwhile, out in front, it's Kyle Rose, 79P, leading Goats into the 33W.
Hard into the wall, 95.
There's a 278, I think, Kyle Taylor. Across the infield there, 95, Stephen Samuel stuck here in turn 1 and 2.
Not sure if this car down in front of us is going to get away, Samuela.
Definitely plenty of action going on in this one. Got one up the wall. Down the far end, Kane McDonald, he had Neil Coley up, but he can't quite get him over. We go red. And it looks like Shay Nicholson's in the wall as well, the 44 from Rotorua.
Action, plenty of this one. The all-in.
They're all going for the $500.
It did sound expensive. That was I don't know if that was a car on the starter motor or quite what it was. So we're just making sure that the 95 driver is okay. Stephen Samuelu. I'll tell you what, it was so close to the 99P going into the back of the Samuelu car. If they hadn't started to slow down, I think he would have actually collected Cody. That's the Cody car, yes, Cody Lockett, almost into the back of the 95. Just inspecting the wall down in front of us in turn 1. Oh, we've taken the 95 away on the back of a tow truck. So Samuelu off the track. On the back of a tow truck. I suppose there's only one car going off on the back of a tow truck at the moment. So what's going to happen down in front of us here? So just the Ute is making his way up to turn 4 for some reason or other. No, he's turned around. He's quite happy. So it'll be interesting to see what happens down here in turn 1 here, Stu. With we've got 3 cars very close to each other.
It'll make it 4 because the 17W is tucked on the other side.
They're tucked on the outside as well. And some funny angles out here.
We're just checking on a couple down the start-finish line. Looks like Blair Reeves Smith just being moved forward. Who's that getting spun out? Kyle Taylor by Will Hughes. Oh, Brett Kelly, a big shot on the 95. It looked like Willie Stevenson was going to come in for the killer blow, but didn't quite get up the wall. Right, we go green now. Yep, we do.
Got a car stalled on the
let's see.
grandstand straight.
Got one parked, and that's Richard Waddy.
Yep.
He's underway, though.
Very slowly.
So it looks like the 44 from Rotorua's got some problems here. He's underway though, and race leader is currently the 79P, Kyle Rowe. Oh, we got one on the wall. Is that over? Is that over? Not quite.
Oh, look
yes,
at that.
it is.
He's over.
Oh, no, and it's Kyle Rowe, I think. Kyle Taylor. I think that's the 278 on his lid. Blair Reeves Smith's done the roll. It's 278 on his lid though. Or is it 42W? It's oh no, we could be a bit wrong here. I think the 278's down the far in the grey car. Looks like it could be the nut out car, 42 Hayden. Blair Reeves Smith just made himself $500 richer.
The second MTF rollover for the night.
That means there's only $500 left.
Well, I tell you what, MTF very generous.
Here we go.
In the
yes,
500.
it is. It's the 42W. Hayden Wilby.
Up the wall.
Up the wall he goes. Blair Reeves Smith's got him up the wall. And Blair Reeves Smith drives away. Hayden tips over. There's $500 thanks to MTF Upper Hutt in the pocket of 212.
That was a very lazy rollover, wasn't it? When you, if you can call a rollover like that lazy. Soft rollover, maybe. He was up the wall, rode the wall on the side, and then the car that was actually keeping him out of the from rolling over drives away, and he goes over. Here we go. We're going forward again now in the replay.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, another angle. So Reeves Smith was already committed, but Neil Smith decided to join in on the party. Definitely Reeves Smith, though, started the aggression.
And then he's kept him up the wall.
Yep.
And then the 212, he's pulled away.
Tipped him over.
It's a roll. It's a rollover, and we've got people cheering in the crowd down there. We can see that on the replay.
Look at this kid with his checkered flag. He is pumped.
He's pumped.
That kid with his checkered flag is loving it.
Let's face it, where is the most action in motorsport? It's at Speedway, and it's definitely here tonight at the Value Motors Speedway here at Timarua.
Oh, dirt track racing is the best racing, of course.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, I'm convinced now. I never was when I was at Manfield doing tarmac racing.
Yep.
But that got boring. Compared with dirt track racing, this is... and let's face it, people want action. They don't want people to get hurt, but they want action. And we got plenty of it.
Right, red's out, green's back on. We're going racing again. And it will be Kyle Rowe. Still our race leader. We're actually only, well, not even 5 laps into it. Kyle Rowe makes it. Now he's got 5 laps down. He's well and truly ahead of, trying to actually pick up who's in second, because second was the 33 at Goat Tenon. Now it looks to be possibly Willie Stevenson. Yeah, it is. The 85B, Willie Stevenson, sitting in second spot now. There's still action going on. Blair Reeve-Smith's on the infield.
Here's our leader coming through the on the grandstand straight now. There he is, if you're looking for him.
Yeah, Willie Stevenson not too far behind. Oh, we got one in the wall, and that is Richard Waddy, courtesy of Anthony Hocking.
That's over on turn 4. What's going to happen here? Can they get going?
Yep. Waddy's pulled out.
Yeah, there he goes.
Rose still leads it ahead of Willie Stevenson, and Will Hughes, the 99's, moved up into third. Goat Tenon, that left rear's rubbing. I'd say the side rail's punched in on that one. Now Waddy under attack from Lockett. Here we go down the grandstand straight into turn 3. Can't get him up the wall though. They've come to a stop. Someone's looking for 500. What can Kane McDonald do to Goats here? Nothing on the 33. Oh, Coley gets put in the wall. And a big shot there from Maury McGrath. Surely there's another rollover amongst us here.
White flag.
One to go then, yep, for Kyle Rowe.
And the smell of burning rubber.
Has anyone got anything left in the tank for a tip over? Kyle Rowe's going to get the checkered flag. His race is done. The action's still going on in front of him. Willie Stevenson in second. Will Hughes in third.
Well,
no big shots going into turn 3 and 4. No, they're all going to cross the line. So the other $500 stays in the pocket of MTF. Crikey, that was a good one though. So Blair Reeve-Smith 212 picks up the 500 for rolling Hayden in the 42W. Has it me, or has the lights gone out down in turn 4?
It's pretty dark down in turn 4. You're right. Yeah, that's probably why we're having difficulty seeing what's going on down there.
I feel like it's gotten a bit. I feel like it has gotten darker down there.
It's. I think that's.
When you count the lights, if you count the lights in turn 3.
Hello, there's one out.
There's a couple. There's a couple missing in turn 4.
I think they've been out for a while actually. So.
All right, we're going to go racing. It's first across the line, takes it. Straight away there's blocking going on, and straight away 1NZ goes into the lead. Matt Webb's fired Courtney Young into the wall. So we got Ben Ellis leading it from Taylor Lamb, Brendan Ty, Sheldon Utapeti in 4th. Ellis, he's won each of the knockout races he's started so far, the 1NZ. Now we've got some blockers on the pole line. Lucas Hayes slowing up. Courtney Young not quite. Josh Humble the same. Matt Webb, the only one who's dropped right back to the pole line to get on the blocks. Oh, Sheldon has a shot. Here goes Ty on the wall. It's a big shot on the 669.
Where's a big shot?
Sheldon Utapeti can't quite get past though. Oh, he's up the wall. So Ellis is going to run away at the moment with Lamb. What a big shot on Matt Webb from Ellis. 1NZ up the inside of the 84. How's our race for third going? Well, Courtney Young could get involved here, but Brendan Ty still sitting in third. Utapeti's going to have to go on the block. Now Courtney Young takes over the running. And a big shot there from Lucas Hay on Utapeti. Ellis still leads it. Humble on the blocks now. Taylor Lamb trying to get past. Gets pushed to the infield. Now Lamp's got to back out and rejoin where he came off. He's got to come in behind Humble. This opens the door. Ty into second.
Oh, he's gone round. Our leader's
Ty's
gone
still
round.
half a lap down, so Ellis has got a bit of time up his sleeve. Matt Webb spun up as well. Courtney Young, I think, has taken over third. We got one in the wall down the far end. That's Taylor Lamb, courtesy of Arapeti. So Ben Ellis, the race leader, has come up on a block car. Lucas Hay, by the looks of it. Yes, I know, he gets spun up. So Ellis is reading this race to perfection. He comes up on Taylor Lamb now. Brendan Ty, the 669's in second spot. Webb still on the pole line. Lucas Hay on the pole line. Can the Palmy boys take out the one? Oh, we got a red. Oh, we got a red. This must be for some debris, surely.
I don't think there's any other incidents on the track, so be interesting to see where the official cars go to.
This is the action we want.
This is the action we've got.
It is. 1NZ Ben Ellis, though. He's reading the race pretty good here.
Yeah, 1NZ, he's got a one on the side of the car for a reason.
Well, the Rene Huia Ute is going over to the Rene Huia car. Has he got a left, right front flat? Yes, he does. So Sheldon's got the right front flat. That means he's got to come off. Any outside tyre that's flat, you have to pull to the infield.
Inside's okay, isn't it? But
Inside's fine.
Yeah. So this is that Chase the Losers team. Ben Ellis are going to do it by the looks of it.
Here's a shot here, Taylor Lamp. This is where he got pulled to the infield. So Ben Ellis has got, remember this is a 10 lapper as well. And we got the green.
So
still leads it, yep. Brendan Ty in second, he's not too far behind the 669. Comes up to the 4H of Humble. Courtney Young running in third. He's got no teammate though now. As Sheldon's on the infield. Oh, Matt Webb's pulled off. It's up to Lucas Hay. What can he do? Can he stop the 1NZ? Oh, Ellis is half spun. Brendan Ty's been pushed to the infield. Here comes the battle now.
Oh, look at this.
Courtney Young's making some great ground. Could he win this? Oh, Young goes into second. Courtney Young into second. Ellis has got through on... There we got the white flag, one to go. Is anyone going to slow up and stop Ben Ellis, the 1NZ, who leads the race?
Nobody can stop him now, can they? He's almost half a lap now to go.
They can if they stop before the line, but it's going to be, it will be. Ben Ellis, 1NZ, will take the win. Out of turn 3 and 4, it's all on here for the Miners, though. Taylor Lamp up the inside of Courtney Young. That's for the podium, but it's 1NZ Ben Ellis that wins it.
And he's taken himself off the track as soon as he's
out
finished.
Of harm's way. Brendan Ty comes home second, and Taylor Lamp third. Courtney Young so close to winning that one by himself. Well, Sheldon obviously put the effort in early, came off with a right rear.
John O'Lewis stuck out there on the track out of turn 4.
Oh, that's Lucas Hay.
Oh, is 13P.
It Lucas?
Oh, yep, sorry, yep.
So 1NZ, Ben Ellis, 4H, Josh Humble take the win. That's why he's the New Zealand champion. 669 Brendan Ty, yet another podium and another second place. Along with Matt Webb, 84p. And 992p, 13p, Taylor, 992p, Taylor Lamp, 13p. Lucas Hay come home in third. That was well worth the wait there, Colin, for this awesome knockout.
What a great knockout
final.
That was, absolutely. Capital Pools and Spa Stock Car Ultimate Knockout. Done for this year. Well, it's interesting. The number one car's been left abandoned out here. The drivers got out. Ben Ellis has hopped out of the car, got on his back of the teammate's car and left the track. maybe there was more problems with that car than we realised.
There may have been. Right. We're on to the big one of the night, though. To be fair, it is the Friday Homes. There we go, though. Yep. Big round of applause there. 1NZ Ben Ellis on the back of the car. 4H Josh Humble.
I thought he left the track, but it was another driver. Sorry about that. Oh, what a great team, eh? Great team effort.
At 82S, Hamish Booker qualified in second. Paulie Fairbrother, the 52W night. Still waiting for the 2NZ, Jason Long.
They haven't closed the gate yet, so he hasn't been forgotten. So coverage with Pits TV. We've got it broadcasting on the internet, and we are live here. There's still a lot of people hanging around to see the final $10,000 winner here, thanks to Friday Homes. All getting ready out there. That'll be Bryce Steiner and Matthew Picard. The Rotorua car up against the Stratford car.
Yeah, Bryce Steiner, former World 240s champion. And hasn't young Matt Picard done sensational tonight to make it through this top 10 shootout?
Captain Picard, yes.
3 laps the distance for these runoffs. This is to see who goes through to race against Paul.
Keep losing you there, Stu. Come back.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a crack. I have full faith in you though, Colin. Here we go. Steiner pushing Picard to the wall.
Early tactics here.
There a bit. Oh, here we go.
Picard goes. Tactic didn't quite work.
So Picard's got away. Steiner's going for the chase down.
Oh, that car looks good. Picard's doing very well, but he's not getting away from Steiner.
I think we could be on for something here in turn 1 and 2.
White flag is out, 1 to go. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. It was a good try. Didn't quite come off. Picard survives that. Wow.
Mate, that was as close to a roll we were going to get, if that was ever going to be a roll.
Wow, I thought he was going over as well. Oh, that was a lunge and a half if ever you've heard of one. Wow. And I think he might have stalled it down here. We're just getting the Capital Pools ute across there to see if he's all okay, ready to get it started and get it off the track.
Great capture there too by Cam, the cameraman.
Yeah.
He got that all on action. But Bryce Steiner, I said to you, we probably have something going on here, turn 1. He had a crack. I think he probably didn't expect Picard to slow up so much, and he went for the outside. He probably should have gone in for the big punt. I was thinking that's what he might have done. But either way, we got Paulie Fairbrother lining up next, one of our Wellington Wildcats.
Yes, indeed. And I think he would have been disappointed with his form in the lead-up to this shootout. But let's see how he goes. This could be revival, if you like.
Yeah, they're just pulling the Bryce Steiner car out the way. Hopefully this doesn't park in front of our radio interference. We'll see how this goes now with the Superstock in the way.
You got one right in front of you.
Are we good? All right, we'll just wait for the Towie to get back in spot. Revs up. Let's see what Paulie Fairbrother's got for Pickard.
Oh, Paulie's going to push him into the wall.
Oh, he almost spins it up.
Yeah. Paulie's a fast driver. He's been around here a long time at the Timarua track. Oh, but look at this Picard. Oh, he spun him into
he got him. Got him down the far end.
But can Paulie keep going?
Can Fairbrother fire the car up? No. Oh, yes, he does just in time. He's on the defence now. The Pickard fans are going crazy in turn 1.
Oh, this is a real fight, isn't it? It's like gladiators on the track. Revs.
Don't you just love these cars on the limiter? Oh, something's happened here. Paulie's got a bit of a run. Pickard's still keeping on. White flag, 1 to go.
Oh, they're on the rev limiter.
Oh, we love that sound.
Picard's trying to go down the inside. Tries to
Oh, Fairbrother's gone round.
Oh.
Young Matt Pickard, what a night he is having.
Wow, great action. Big hand for this man. Woo. Paulie gave it all. Wasn't quite the right tactics. Picard survives. So this will be Picard up against Tyler Walker in the 1336. Are you getting a good view of the action down there in the middle of the track there, Stewie?
Hey, just talking to Steiny real quick. The car just flooded. He couldn't fire it up the 118.
He managed to get it started, I see, and he's actually pulled in behind you there in the middle of the track.
Radio, 2 Stratty cars up against each other. Matt Pickard, he's on the fringes of the scrappers. And a new scrapper himself this season, Tyler Walker, 133.
Here they go. Action to plenty. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
right
hang on. We got a for Pickard. That allows Walker.
Yeah, Walker will get away here. Tyler Walker's got a bit of a lead. Picard, bit of a mistake there. Off the track.
That 307's looking fast, though. He's trying to chase down his club mate.
Both cars from Stratford. Oh, he is.
Oh, he's caught him up. He's caught him up big time.
Watch this. Oh! Pushing, pushing, pushing. Look at this. Great pictures on Pitch TV.
Pickard just loves sitting on that limiter.
He does. And he's going to try and push him into
Look at them into turn 1. He's got Walker. Can he get him round, though? He's got him in the wall. What's going to happen here?
He's
2 Stratford club mates. The problem with the runoffs, they're not allowed to stop, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
So he's away. Pickard's off and away. Oh, something's gone to a bucket of bolts there.
Yeah, I could hear it from here. That sounded expensive, as Harry has said here in the other commentary position.
We'll wait for an official call on that one.
Yeah, whether or not that stop was actually legal or not. Ooh. Was it something that went on the car, or was it something they picked up on the track? The Picard car. Can you tell from down there? Watching the replay action. Picard trying to take out the 133 of Tyler Walker. Gives him another punt from behind. He's really trying hard, and he's pushed him sideways. They've both gone into the wall. And stopped. Well, whatever.
All right, here's Mitch Vickery.
Yeah.
Former Stratford driver.
3NZ is Mitch Vickery here.
Something's gone on the right rear of Pickard's car.
Yeah, there's lots of sparks coming out from it. And I think they're locked together too. He's trying to...
Yeah,
No, the car's gone. Picard's car has given up on him. Oh, you heard something go crash bang wallop there down there on that last runoff. So now our 3NZ Mitch Vickery can take it easy, knowing that Picard is out. Mechanical failure. Oh, what a unique sound from Mitch Vickery's car. So Mitch is going to be up against Max Nielsen, the 147K, the K car. On the Great Waikato Kihi track. Well, that's we're showing the TV replay of the 307 of Matt Picard going off the track. Now, hopefully that didn't leave anything on the track. I don't think so. I think the officials would have actually picked up if there was anything on the track and stopped this to pick up the bits that came off Picard's car. Hopefully they were all contained within the car. It sounded very much like drive shaft. Harry's saying no, not drive shaft, because he was still going. So we've got the next two lined up for us here.
Yep. We got two key kings out here. Mitch Vickery in the 3NZ, Matt Nielsen the 147.
Go! Whoa. They're all coming together straight off the start. Different tactic this time from the 3NZ. Mitch Vickery. Tell you what though, the Matt Nielsen's car staying with him, isn't he? Oh, listen to that. And Mitch Vickery steering the car on the throttle. You can hear him feathering the throttle through turns 1 and 2. Listen to him as he goes through 3 and 4. Manages to stay ahead, and I think if he doesn't make a mistake, he's going to get this one, Mitch.
So Matt Nielsen, a bit shorter start there.
Oh, yellow, yep. Done. I keep forgetting these are 3 laps. I want them to go longer, Stu.
Here we go, Zane Dykstra, another who's had a great night, sort of out of nowhere as well. New car this season, he seems to have it well dialed in now.
The man from Wanganui, 38V.
So we're into our top 5 as well.
Oh, this is getting exciting. Down to the line they come under yellow lights, and they'll line up side by side. This is a cool evening here at the Value Motor Speedway in more ways than one. It's a great racing. The temperature being the beginning of April, a little bit cool.
We got Kiki versus Wanganui.
Oh, tried to take him out, didn't work. Whoa, big punts.
That's what we want to see. Here we go, spin up. Oh, he's got the clutch in and in reverse. Mitch Vickery's not giving up.
He's certainly not, and he's managed to get away. No, he doesn't. Oh, look at that. I don't think he'll get catch up with him from here.
How good was that from Vickery?
That was good. So Zane Dykstra from Wanganui can just cruise on from here. So the white flag goes out. All he needs to do is complete this lap, and then he's up against that Keegs he's up against?
Oh, how was that effort from Mitch Vickery, though?
Oh, yes. It's all about tactics, isn't it? And sometimes it's a bit of luck in there as well. And we're looking at it on the replay. Push, push, push.
All right, here we go. Our last Wellington car.
Yeah, Keegan Levine.
Come on, locals. Let's hear it for Keegan Levine. Let's hear it for the 5W.
Yes.
Yep. Zane Dykstra, though, he's on a bit of hot form.
Yep, the Wanganui car up against the Wellington car. 38V against 5W. What's going to happen from the start when they get the green? There's been all sorts of different tactics off the start line.
Here we go. Revs are up. Levine gets the jump. Oh, they've slowed the pace right up here.
Oh, this is cat and mouse stuff, trying to get him into the wall. Come on, Keegs. Cat and mouse stuff. This is the slowest race we've had.
Oh, Dykstra's off.
He is off. We've
lost Dykstra.
Levine is going to take this. Dykstra's off. He's pulled to the infield. So who's going to get the $10,000, folks? It's Keegs. Next is Hamish Brooker, the 82S, and then Jason Long, the 2NZ. Can our local driver survive?
He qualified third.
Yep.
He's still in the top three.
Keegs gets the checkered flag. Wow. I think we've broken a few cars tonight, haven't we? Can't quite see what happened to the 38 car, but he went into the back of he was in the back of the 5W, and he just slowed right up. Couldn't see that there was anything wrong with the car itself, not physically. So Keegs is ready down there on the start-finish line, waiting for Hamish Brooker, the 82S, to line up beside him. Of course, the
Hamish Brooker joining in with Keegan Levine. We're into the top three now. Whoever wins this takes on Jason Long in the final.
Oh, this is exciting stuff. Here we go. Revs are up. And go. Keegan's trying to use the same tactic. The 82 is in the back of the 5. Down through turn 1.
Oh, he's gone into the wall, Levine. Can he chase him down now?
Bob gets him. Oh, big hit. And he's taking them to the infield.
How good was that?
And I don't think there'll be any catching Keegan Levine from here. That is a hurt car, that Hamish Brooker car. And he's pulling to the infield. He's broke. So it'll be Keegs up against Jason Long.
So Keegan Levine's going to advance to the final.
How good is that? Well, we've had some car breakers out here tonight. So the white flag will go out this time. Oh, the checkered flag this time, I beg your pardon. So, Hamish Brooker, the heart rates are up, and that's just in the commentary position. Jason Long, the 2NZ, is lining up to get out there.
Radio race fans, here we go. The big final 2NZ. Jason Long, 5W Keegan Levine, the winner, takes $10,000.
All thanks to Friday
We got the check here in the middle. Who do we want to see? Do we want to see 2NZ Jason Long take the win? Or do we want the local boy, 5W Keegan Levine?
Oh, lots of cheers for Keegs.
They can hear you in the cars. They're lined up on the grid. 3 laps. $10,000. We've been given the all clear to go.
Oh, Keegs gets the jump.
Levine, same tactic as the last two. Jason Long had prime view as well, where he was parked up to see how Levine starts. The mirror's being adjusted by Levine. Here comes the cut down. You can just hear the pure horsepower.
Oh, still Keegs in the lead. Is he going to just go for it now?
Levine's starting to pull away. What's Jason Long got left in the tank? Nice clean corner for Levine. Bouncing through the ruts for Long.
Oh, he's charging in. Look at this.
Oh, we had it go. Long's on the limiter and misses. Levine's got to run. White flag. It's one to go. Levine's backed off. He clears the corner square. Long's got one chance for Jason Long. He can't get the job done. Keegan Levine's out of the corner. Lexi's hyped. Keegan Levine wins $10,000.
Was that a shootout or what? So there's the
Lexi, Lexi. Keegs just won 10 grand for the wedding.
How good. I'll say it's for the wedding, but he'll probably spend it on RCs or his stock car that's still not finished.
How cool is that? He retired to opponents. He came up against one of his best mates there, Jason Long. That was a final. We saw Jason Long, he threw everything he had in it, but Keegan just kept his cool.
Yeah, it was actually a tough one. I said to Aaron before, it'll be tough if he goes against Jace because they're best mates and it's a bit of a hard one, but he pulled through and managed to not smoke each other, so that's great.
Awesome, there we go. There's Lexi, that's Keegan's fiance Lexi. He's got the checkered flag.
We just had the cameras focusing on Keegs' dad down here beside the commentary position, and he was pumped.
We're going to do the presentation out here. We've got Aaron Musgrove with the $10,000 check. We'll let Keegan do his lap. And then we've got the confetti cannons out here. We're waiting for Keegs to come in here. Let's see if he gets a bit more hyped.
Don't leave yet because there's no point in trying to get your way out in the traffic. There's been a lot of people here tonight, so just stay for the presentation. Here comes Keegs down to the centre with the huge check ready for him in more ways than one to be presented by our club president. Look at Lexi, she's wrapped. There's Dad making his way out there. Good on you, boy, he says. So Dad's wrapped,
Right,
look at that.
We're just waiting for Keegs to get out of the car. Well, the big, come on Keegs, climb up there. Climb up the back.
Big hug.
I'll give a quick shout to Aaron. He's going to do a thing, and I'm going to get Aaron. I'm going to get Keegan.
Righty-ho, guys. Hey, thank you all for coming along to the Value Motors Wellington Speedway today. And I am here thanks to Friday Homes $10,000 shootout. I have a check here for $10,000 for Keegan Levine, 5W, our shootout champion.
Keegan Levine is now $10,000 richer.
No, Alan Levine is right there.
How cool is that? Something different. You made the shootout last year. Got through a couple this year. You were out there. You had Hamish Booker to come up against. You had Jason Long, one of your best mates out there. That was awesome. You retired 2 of them, man. And then you had to hold off J-Lo.
Yeah, well, I've been struggling all night, to be fair. I was surprised I was third. I just can't get around this bloody turn 1 and 2, man. It's just, I don't know, there's something not right in the car, and I knew I couldn't outrun them. So the only way I could probably win it, and I just used my brain and just, it all worked out. I wasn't expecting too much, to be fair.
You had to change up your tactic against Jason by the looks of it, but did you sort of have a rough idea what he's like? Because he's basically kind of the mastermind at this sort of stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's an all-rounder. I mean, I don't know. It's just luck. I mean, anyone would say it's luck, eh? And so, I wasn't going to try and outrun him. I mean, he almost got me over here, and I almost hit the wall, and then almost got me down there. Because like I said, I just can't get around the track. But stoked.
And you hear him right behind you on the limiter, every corner, throwing it in, trying to get you.
Oh, I can see him and I can hear him. Yeah, I can. But, I mean, just just go for it.
I know we're going to be, but come on, a big thanks to the sponsors, obviously, because and Alan is now 10,000 richer, mate.
Yeah, we can finally finish the new stock car, I suppose, put some money back into the cars. But I mean, I've got a lot of sponsors, so mainly just mum and dad and Wellington Top 10 and Lama Engineering, all those main ones. I mean, Renee, I know Renee and Dan are here tonight, so I've got to thank them. But everyone knows who they are, and we couldn't do it without them.
More TTO ones for this year, brother.
Up the RCs.
There's Keegan Levine, $10,000. Right, that's us here from Wellington Speedway. Big thanks to Pits TV for coming along and putting the stream on. I hope you enjoyed it at home. Until next time, we'll see you then.